the anthem. What else would you expect in Nashville, though? On the other side, Rick Allen, Steve Letarte, Jeff Burton, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Time to go racing in Nashville on USA.
Perfect. Atlanta Motor Speedway commercial. After my last trip there, I don't think I have to worry about seeing me back in Atlanta Motor Speedway anytime soon. Unless they want to reconfigure the track back to how it was in the 90s, but till then, I think I'm good. Hey, YouTube app, I'm clicking my channel. There's Nashville. Blue, 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 blue. Do I have audio? Why am I not hearing any sound? This is concerning. Oh, it's because the YouTube app's doing that thing where it cut my sound off for no reason. I have audio, it's just the YouTube app's not playing it for some mysterious reason. That's getting really old. Had me sitting there thinking something was wrong with my microphone or my computer. No, it's just fucking YouTube. There we go. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for moving my fucking leaderboard. You dumb bastards. It's hot and it's slick. The track's got a wide racing groove. This could be a really good race today and tomorrow. I don't know what the weather is tomorrow. I heard there's a chance of rain tomorrow, but the race isn't until tomorrow night. So.
Xfinity Series racing from Nashville Super Speedway.
Oh, Rick Allen, it's good to hear your voice. And Steve Letarte, too.
Steve, what can we expect today for this race?
Entertainment, a great race. This Xfinity Series has been breathtaking all year long. 15 races in. We've seen
the best series in NASCAR.
Winners, and there are 5 or 6 drivers in this field today.
Today's race bet is Chandler Smith at 16 to 1 odds. I think Ty Gibbs should be the heavy favorite.
A lot of unknowns, but the entertainment value.
But I took Chandler Smith.
Entertainment value definitely high. Our drivers are right in the middle
There's
of the
Junior.
pit road next to the cars. Let's go down to Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jeff Burton.
Mistakes. We saw in qualifying how this track is.
Junior was complaining about how hot it was just standing there doing interviews. It's nasty hot out there.
It's hard to limit mistakes when you're inside this race car and the temperatures are as hot as they are today. That is going to mess with the focus of these race car drivers. Kim, it's going to be difficult conditions inside these cars.
Absolutely, Dale.
That's what's hard about racetracks. There's no shade. They're out in the middle of big open fields with nothing over them. You're just baking out there.
Soon-to-be 20-year-old. That's right. Sam's birthday is on Monday, and he told me the perfect birthday gift would be
Sam Mayer, it's time to shit or get off the pot and win a damn race.
So, Dave, he's got some work to do if he wants to
Junior Motorsports, step your game up.
Way too loose in qualifying. He rolls off
One Charlotte, but we need more.
Position.
Kim, less work for Chandler Smith, who qualified second. With all the trouble that everyone had in qualifying, I asked 20-year-old Chandler, what did you think about your qualifying lap? Did you like anything about it, everything about it? He goes, nothing. I like nothing about it. I thought it was horrible. When the team told me the time, I said, oh, hope that sticks. It was good enough for second. He starts on the front row, Marty.
Hey, Sammy Smith starts third today. And talking to Jeff Mandering, his crew chief, who's right behind the car, he told me his goal for Sammy was really to be better at first-time racetrack. Sammy admitted to me, he said, listen, the first time I've shown up at a racetrack, I have not picked it up very quickly.
I was either going to take Sammy Smith or Chandler Smith. I went with the guy who has Nashville experience. He ran in the truck series here.
And so the drivers are strapped in. That means all we have to do is get the engines fired up. So let's go trackside now for the command.
Michael just sent me my
And now, race fans,
bet.
here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome President and CEO of the Tennessee Lottery and President of the World Lottery Association, Rebecca Paul.
Drivers, start your engines.
That's a classy command. I'll give her that. Rescued from the depths of Fox Sports. We're on NBC, USA Network, whatever. There's Junior.
Pulling those belts tight, checking them multiple times, checking your radio, making sure everything works inside this car, getting the steering wheel on right. And if you're a little bit nervous, maybe say a prayer or two.
Yeah, you get your mind right. You just
Look how crooked that white line is on the outer part of pit road that Dale Jr. and Jeff Burton's walking on. Junior, move.
What am I doing to get myself
Look how crooked that shit is. Who painted that?
And also, the launch on this restart. That's going to be so important. When this race starts, who gets the launch can determine who's got the best line in turn one. That's where this race starts. Sometimes turn one is where it ends.
Absolutely, but until then, we're going to sit here on this pit road.
Hey, Zane Smith driving the 28 car that won at Sonoma.
Make sure everything's working. You're looking over the top of all the cars in front of you, waiting for that pace car to pull off. And as soon as that pace car pulls off, the anxiety, the nerves.
This is kind of cool. They've never really done this before.
Is going to be coming up next.
Junior did good there. I know Junior's very self-conscious about how he comes across on TV. He did a good job there. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. What's up, Michael? Let's study those cup odds between now and tomorrow. I wish the cup race was not a night race because it's going to be hot and slick tomorrow. Probably a better race. Even before I ate today, I couldn't stop coughing. I think it's allergies. I'm not sick or anything. Wish I was so I didn't have to work this week. And cars are rolling.
And the cars just starting to
This could be a really good race.
We're getting ready for this beautiful race from Nashville.
Looking forward to the street race next week, the Xfinity Series street race anyway, because they'll show you what a good cup race could have been like if the cup cars didn't suck dick on short tracks and road courses.
For today's race, Sammy Smith, no relation.
Crazy qualifying this weekend in both series.
No relation there. Will be on the inside of road 2. Outside of road 2 is Ty Gibb. Now, he would be the odds-on favorite, I would think, if he had run more Xfinity races this year, but he hasn't.
Yeah, as a cup driver, you're going to be looking at him. But how about Carson Hocevar back in row 4, truck winner from last night. A lot of good speed there. Old buddy Parker Kligerman back there in row 7. I hear he's a little under the weather. We'll see how he holds on. And then the junior motorsports cars in row 8. Brandon Joe's looking for a spark to his year. And Justin Allgaier, who dominated a year ago, different crew chief this year. Can he find the same result?
Jen Chastain, brother to Ross Chastain in row 11.
Xfinity Series has such a good identity now that they've limited the cup. Remember back in the day, you can't take the cup drivers out of the Xfinity Series. Nobody will go to the races. Nobody will watch. Well, look at that. We're like 5 years into this, and it has its own identity. And it's the best racing in NASCAR, so people fucking watch. We don't need Kyle Busch, Brett Keselowski, Joe Logano, Carl Edwards, or Kevin Harvick winning every goddamn week to care. It is so hot. I'm glad I'm at home. It's kind of warm out here in western North Carolina. It's not as hot as it is in Nashville, I'm pretty sure.
But despite having the speed, he told me they still had some things to work on. Specifically, the car was too loose for his comfort. Dave, they think they've remedied it. We're about to find out.
Josh Berry has had a busy week. Most of you know that he's been announced as the...
Oh, yeah, what a shock. Josh Berry announced as the driver of the 4 car. Gee, who didn't see that coming? Larry Mack leaked that shit months ago.
The 8 car finishes 8th before qualifying, and then we'll start 23rd. Josh says, I'm not too worried about it. I think the car was in the right place in practice. Just got a little out of shape in qualifying. Marty?
Dave, I cannot tell you how much confidence Justin Allgaier comes into this race.
Parker Kligerman is sick today. They've loaded him up with IVs, and he's going to try to run the whole race. Boy, it's a tough day to be sick. 90 damn degrees outside.
Zero shot. They are now 25. He told me we can win this regular season title with this momentum at one of our best tracks. We have to take advantage today.
And Marty, I mentioned earlier the temperature and how warm it is. The sun's been beating down on this racetrack, and it was very
qualifying
evident that it is
highlights.
a slick racetrack, Steve.
Yeah, they had some extended practice yesterday, but that was a little bit later in the day. But for qualifying, you can see the trouble spot really looked to be right here. Off of turn 4 is where the majority of the issues that actually ended up in an accident. We saw some slipping and sliding off turn 2, but you see it. Really late, too. You think they're out of the corner, almost all around the straightaway. That's when these guys are losing control of the back of the race car.
Let's go back down right into the thick of it with Dale Jr., Jeff Burton.
As we see the race cars pulling onto pit road, Jeff, they're going down pit road to make sure that their speed limit is correct as it's set to the tack. Now, they had an opportunity to do this in practice, but rarely on most weeks do they get this chance before the race. So this is a final time to make sure that...
It rained for about a week here where I live. It only cleared up yesterday. It just non-stop rained all fucking day for several days straight. Yuki, I got Chandler Smith today. I don't feel that good about it. He's got the track position. He's got experience on this track in the Truck Series. But obviously Ty Gibbs is the favorite. Look at the starting lineup, and you can see how weird qualifying was.
Checking that.
Wish Junior was in the booth and not on pit road.
With just a lap until we see the green flag, what are you thinking about? What are you worried about?
Well, I don't know if I'm worried, but at this point I'm making sure that we all are focused on the plans. Whatever settings I need in the race car, if I have fans that need to operate, make sure they're turned on. Talk about exactly the length of each stage so the driver knows what the goal is. There's not a lot of extra Goodyear tires, so you're going to run this full stage on a set, even if we have yellows. Make sure my driver knows that. It's been a busy day. Right? I mean, they qualified earlier today.
And watch Chicago race. You should.
Introduction. So this is finally your driver is in his office.
Your company owns the rights to concessions. Are you going to get to go work any of them, Michael? Although it'd be working, you wouldn't really be watching, but you'd be there.
Everybody knows the plan and what concerns you have for the day.
Watching the cars go down into turn 1, this is now the moment where they've gotten the 1 to go signal. And so you're talking maybe to your crew chief about this restart. What's your objective on this restart? They may have had that conversation earlier, but you're also looking around at the cars you're racing with. What do you think they're going to do? What is the driver's tendency? If you're on the inside and you're worried about getting loose down into turn 1, what do you think this guy on the outside is willing to do? Is he going to help you or is he going to squeeze you down into the corner?
The other thing is, it's important for everybody.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a spinner in turn 1 or turn 2.
What is their goal? Is turn 1 conservative? Is it aggressive? Where are we on speed? How important is track position? Can we get it right now? Everybody needs to be on the same page, because if it doesn't work out, y'all go into trailer after and talk about it, but you're all starting out this race with a common plan.
You guys bring up great points, and one of the things that
I love staying in hotels.
is how slick this racetrack was in qualifying. Well,
My next hotel stay will be in Texas in about 2 months.
Speed, is that grip
Going to see
be there?
Metallica, bitch.
Be on their minds as they get ready to go up through the gears here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
So the pace car makes its hard left onto pit
Cole
road.
Custer, Chandler Smith. It's been a long couple of weeks
Of the front row,
since we did an Xfinity race.
Chandler Smith, and the Tennessee Lottery 250's underway.
Watch this turn 1. Actually, I'd worry more about 3 and 4 when they're up to speed. Everybody was spinning. Oh, there you go. Sideways. Hocevar. No, it's not Hocevar. Oh, my God. It's a big crash. Justin Allgaier. Ryan Sieg. I thought it was Hocevar. I saw a blue car and thought it was him.
This racetrack is slick.
Good
Nobody
Lord
knows how much
Almighty.
grip it's got. First time cars side
How
by
bad is
side.
Allgaier's damage?
In qualifying,
The left
that's
front's
their
pretty
racing
banged
vehicle
up.
is that much slicker.
Kyle Sieg. Ryan Sieg. Justin Allgaier.
No heavy damage, like chassis type, but a lot of body works.
I had a feeling they weren't going to make it through this first lap. Glad I didn't bet on Allgaier now. I mean, his shit's still running, but it's not going to be great the rest of the day.
But to go nice and easy, a flat tire would damage the car much, much worse.
We saw so many accidents during qualifying, more than normal, even in the Cup
Dale
Series.
Jr. does a good job of hiding his disappointment.
On this hot and slick racetrack yesterday.
That didn't take long at all. God, the 0-7 of
On the racetrack there, you see
Stephen Parsons is smack. He got the worst of it. That's a DNF.
lick into the outside wall.
He took a hard hit. Where'd this begin?
And comfort in these cars yesterday.
I was looking at the wrong blue car. I thought it was Hocevar.
To turn 1.
Kyle Sieg just got into Jeb Burton. Wow, he drifted through the whole corner. Saved it. And then everybody behind him wrecked.
There you go. See 3 wide. A little bit of movement on that.
Allmendinger went 3 wide, but there was plenty of room between him and Sieg. And Sieg just lost talent. Kyle Sieg, that is.
Stephen Parsons just a hard hit right here. Gets turned.
Well, Michael, I tried to get some new jobs, but none of them will hire me. And no, Yuki, it's not raining. The track's slick because it's like 95 fucking degrees in direct sunlight. There's no grip on this track, and these cars have very little downforce on them. Jeb Burton had a great save there. He can wheel a race car.
With Allgaier here, you mentioned it, Steve. Not hard contact with the 7, but definitely that left side contact right there with Parsons. They'll be concerned about what that might have done to the
I tried to get a number of different jobs. They won't hire me, so I'm stuck at my shitty job. Underpaid and bored.
The crew, Marty, we'll see what kind of damage.
They can buff out that left front. They'll be fine.
A little bit, but the left side seems to have the most damage.
Well, Steve, you've been in this situation before. Those extra laps certainly helped Jim Pullman and Justin Allgaier and Eddie Spotter to get a good look at it. They're most worried about the left front and where that seam is above where the tire goes. I had this exact conversation with Justin Allgaier this morning. He said the new chassis new setups they have here in the Xfinity Series this year with the rule changes at the beginning of the year took away some of the feel. He said, so when it goes quick and you just don't know what's going to happen. And I asked him, Junior, does this remind you of Kansas a couple of years ago? Remember those playoff races at Kansas at the beginning of an Xfinity Series race where everybody wrecked like on lap 1? Allgaier said, it's exactly like that. It's gone before you know it.
We've seen it all day long in qualifying, and NASCAR did make some rule changes. It was a detriment to junior motorsports. We've seen a difference yet last year in all the wins we had.
Carter Dale.
One win with this team, but it has made a much more level playing field across the field in the Xfinity
Michael, you
Series.
need to bring that shit to North Carolina and hire me. I need a new job.
That wreck there, I think they get away with probably
I'm
the
tired
least
of
amount
mine.
damage there, Kim.
That's right, but Kyle Sieg very upset with the 27 of Jeb Burton. He immediately came on the radio and shared his displeasure, saying he felt like the 27 should have given him more room, said he pinched him, and they had to kind of
Kyle Sieg gets mad at Jeb Burton because he ran into Jeb Burton.
I kind of disagree with that, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with Junior. Kyle Sieg's full of shit. Shut your fucking mouth. You wrecked the field.
Somebody made it 3 wide underneath.
AJ Allmendinger went 3 wide, and you couldn't hold your fucking line and got into Jeb Burton. So that's on you.
Sieg went up the racetrack a little bit into the right.
I love when somebody who's completely at fault doesn't take responsibility.
We get a lap in. Caution came out. We'll get the restart when we return.
You know, maybe we don't need to go to the fairgrounds. As bad as the current Cup car is on short tracks, maybe we just keep racing at Nashville Superspeedway for a while. Been thinking about that this week because there was more drama about the Nashville fairgrounds coming back. People in there have signs in their front yard in Nashville saying, "No NASCAR in Nashville." Oh, look at the trailer for that Craven the Hunter movie that's going to fucking bomb. The best that movie can hope for is to be half as good as Venom, which was not a good movie. Yeah, Kyle Sieg is trash, and he qualified well because a lot of good cars in qualifying. All the Junior Motorsports cars, plus John Hunter Nemechek and some other good cars, had bad qualifying. He was good in qualifying, started in the top 10. Couldn't hang. Simple as that. Last 7 races of the season. Well, Michael, I'm going to a couple of those. I'm going to, as far as the last 7, I'm going to Bristol, the Charlotte Roval, and Martinsville. Who the hell's Retzlaff? Parker Retzlaff is actually a decent little driver. He drives for Jordan Anderson. I think he overachieves with the car that he has. And he always qualifies well. He's a really good qualifier, but he takes care of his shit during the race and doesn't do anything stupid. And he looks like a total dweeb, but he's a pretty good little driver.
Welcome back to Nashville Superspeedway here, the Xfinity Series race under caution. We had a wreck early on the very first lap, first corner of the race. Here's the restart.
Look at Kyle Sieg's picture they just showed. He looks stoned.
Allmendinger goes to the inside, making it 3 wide. On the top of that is Jeb Burton, who gets caught.
He's saying Jeb didn't give any room. Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, it looked like to me Jeb did give enough.
Jeb gave plenty of room.
Kyle came up the racetrack a little bit, but look, it's a slick racetrack. You're 3 wide into 1.
Kyle Sieg just has no talent. Moving on.
Racing happens every now and then, but you know it's a first lap, and everybody's like, "Why did that happen? It's not gonna be my fault." And it's just hard racing right off the bat.
I mean, it's a big move by AJ. Slick racetrack, going 3 wide on the bottom.
Well, what's AJ got to lose? He's on the bottom.
With less experience above you, and AJ doesn't hold the bottom. I know that he probably didn't make Kyle get up the racetrack.
That was a very Chastain-esque maneuver there by AJ Allmendinger.
To run that corner, and I'm not sure, but what do you guys on the pit box think, Kyle?
Listen, I don't know. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say we sat here and we talk about how slick the racetrack is, how careful these guys are going to be, and then they go 3 wide into the first corner. So that shows we don't have a clue what we're talking about, because once they drop the green flag, these guys know early on in a run they've got to get as many positions as they can.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say that Kyle Sieg, who had a great qualifying effort and had a good car yesterday,
Didn't belong up front.
that he probably was being more
The juniors say anything about Chicago? Not yet. Not that I've heard. Probably just that he's glad he's not in the race. Looks like they got Allgaier's car fixed up pretty good.
He had a good car and wanted to see what he might could do there. So you like to say that everybody's going to be patient, but how you know, whenever we strap these helmets on as drivers, it's just all of that thinking goes out of the way.
Helmet on, brain off. That's the way it was, Marty.
Hey, Pete, this will be stop number 3 for Justin Allgaier, who hasn't finished worse than second at Nashville since they came back here. Jim Pullman looking over the changes being made. The problem is that the left front fender brace, Steve, it keeps coming down on top of the left front tire. They've already changed tires once, and no matter what they do, they can't seem to get it all the way up and out of the way and cleared from the left front tire. They're getting 2 laps to go right now, so they still have another shot to make repairs on it, but they have tried 3 times now to get this right for the 7 car.
It looks good, but damn, they're having to pile more tape on it. Bare bond.
Bottle versus a metal can. A metal can dents in, you can dent it back out and it'll hold its shape. But that plastic bottle, or in this case, kind of a composite, once it gets kind of smashed in and loses its rigidity, it's gone. Once there's a seam in it, it flaps around. So that's why the bracing is important.
Did he say semen? No.
Try to keep it breaking up. But, you know, this is leaving pit road at 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. We see 100.
How the hell is spotting going to work on Chicago's street course next week? How are you going to spot that race?
You got to remember, the last driver to win on this racetrack was Justin Allgaier, so much work being done there. Dave.
Rick, I've had my first report today of a cooling system failure.
Uh-oh. Parker Retzlaff's cool suit. Oh, no, it's his air, not his cool suit that failed. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, just a bag of ice and my one regular water bottle like I do every week. Did it last year here, I can do it again.
Do not pour your water on you. Drink the water. Do not pour it on you. It will sit there and cook your ass in that hot race car. It'll feel really good when you first pour it on you, but don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trick. Send no reply.
90 degrees, humidity 43%.
We're coming to the green, by the way.
I'll say there's a little bit of a breeze, but you see inside the Allgaier car, 100.
Isn't it great to not be watching a race on Fox?
Right? I mean, the fans, I think, in the stands are getting some of that breeze, but inside the race car.
Michael, if you go to Darlington weekend, you're hanging out with me and Dylan because we'll be there the whole weekend, too.
This isn't new for Nashville.
We'll go eat.
Last year,
I'll buy you food.
I mean, you see
I owe you for all the race bets. I'll buy you food.
They knew it was going to be hot. They came here hydrated, and it still just really, really got to the drivers. Allmendinger is on fire.
Green flag, 8 laps complete.
So 2 by 2. The field
Can we make it through turn 1 this time?
back up to the restart zone. It's Cole Custer and Chandler Smith.
I like Parker Kligerman. He's in a pretty good little ride. He's sick today. I don't know if you heard me say that earlier. Kligerman is sick. 3 wide back there. Jeff Burton around the top. Ty Gibbs goes to the top. 3 wide around the Smiths. They made it through turn 1. They're in the middle of 2 now. Oh, contact Gibbs and Chandler Smith. I thought Gibbs was a goner. Here comes Hocevar. 3 wide for 3rd. There goes Austin Hill. And he takes Jeb. Oh, poor Jeb Burton can't avoid anything. Big wreck. Sieg just got spun again. Ryan Sieg. Good Lord Almighty. No damage on the 21, I don't think. Actually, there's a lot more damage on the 21 than I thought originally. On the back end. He did 21, lost it just running the bottom. All the action was up above him and around him, and he just spun on the bottom. Remember I said before the race, I think we're going to wreck on lap 1. I said be more worried about turns 3 and 4 when they're up to speed. Well, they didn't make it there the first time, but that time they did, and the wrecks happened in 3 and 4. Ryan C. got spun, didn't hit nothing.
There's Austin Hill.
Gibbs and Chandler Smith almost wrecked down the back. Hocevar and Austin Hill try to capitalize, and Hill spins. My bet Chandler Smith just barely makes it by, but lost a lot of track position. So there goes that. Poor Allgaier had to dodge another one. Got 2 sets of 3 wide. And Allmendinger's coming out of all of these on top. Allmendinger's gaining hella track position on every one of these deals. He passed about 4 more cars here in the middle of 4. Oh.
Completed 1 lap. It keeps getting run into over and over by these guys.
I don't know if there was contact there between those 2 cars. There's a tire mark there. I don't know.
It is hot and slick.
I initially didn't think so, but
so damn hot, and Jeb's got damage this time. That spoiler over on the right side's knocked off because of the damage on the left side. It's pushed it out.
But barely a lane, Marty. Just barely a width of a car on the entrance to 3.
Well, for what it's worth, Austin Hill said on the radio that the 19, Ty Gibbs, straight up doored me, was what he said. So you can unpack that a little bit, Steve. But
Austin Hill's pissed at Ty Gibbs.
On the left rear, and this race has been insane, and we are just 10 laps in. 2 of the top 3 in the regular season championship standings. With
John Hunter Nemechek started 25th or something. He was back in the 20s. He's 14th after all this chaos.
These guys to be reminded, if they haven't figured it out yet, Jeff, by their crew chiefs, by their spotters, they got a lot of races.
I'm getting 2005 Coca-Cola 600 vibes off this race right now. The only guy who's enjoying this race is Cole Custer. He hasn't been side by side with anyone.
Probably not the place you want to be going into turn 3 on a slick racetrack like this. Be conservative, back up a little bit. Even if you lose a spot or 2, I think it's worth it.
Recognize there's some people in this race.
It's easy to say be conservative, but are the guys around you going to be conservative?
We saw him 3 wide on the outside. We saw A.J. Allmendinger 3 wide on the inside. If they end up in the trailer on lap 3, it doesn't matter, but it does to you because we're racing for points. And I need you to be.
It's the time of year where we got to start talking about points.
That's your role. That's what I'm telling my normal Xfinity
On the Cup side tomorrow, what, we'll have 10 races left.
Maybe the third time is the charm when we come back.
Well, we made it to turn 4 this time.
Here in Nashville Super Speedway.
Looking like a super speedway right now. Be right back. Fuck. We have yet to complete a green flag lap, and we're 12 laps in. It's kind of like that NASCAR Heat League race I was in that one time. Oops. Yeah, if I was Ty Gibbs, I wouldn't want to piss off Austin Hill. He'll throw down. And yeah, that's a big boy. I get big Ryan Newman vibes off of Austin Hill.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Progressive. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit progressive.com. Music City, USA, the Music Hall of Fame. One of the places you have to visit when you come here to Nashville. And you see the fans out there and enjoying this afternoon.
We're coming to the green. How long it may last, we'll never know. Carson Hocevar's third. We got some wild men up here. Custer, Hocevar, Gibbs, A.J. Allmendinger.
Mind-blowing, just the history and all the different names. Just a must-see if you come to Nashville.
History of music in the Nashville area really started back before even 1800.
Shout out to Chad Chastain in the 91 running 15th right now. Green flag. Good launch by Sammy Smith there. And Ty Gibbs puts him 3 wide in the middle. And Custer holding steady on the bottom. Ty Gibbs is really fast. Custer pulls ahead on the bottom. 18 slides up the track behind him. We made it through the first turn again. 3 and 4. Nobody's 3 wide going down here, so maybe we'll make it. Custer, Gibbs, Hocevar. A couple of cars getting loose in the back, but nobody did anything wrong. And, hey, they completed a lap under green. Allmendinger dives underneath the 98. AJ's not afraid to drive in on you. My thoughts on tomorrow's race, I wish it was a day race, but I think it will be a good one. I know Chastain's on the pole. Remember Chastain almost won Nashville in the 42 car a couple years ago. Field's starting to string out a little bit. In the top 10 anyway. I know there's a chance of rain tomorrow that might wash the rubber off the track. And they'll start the race on a green track, but I don't know. Hocevar side by side with the 18. Oh, Rick, Chad Chastain in the wall. Caution's out. And the 43, Ryan Ellis.
43 of Ryan Ellis, actually.
Oh, there's another one in the middle of the car.
And there, come on, NBC. This ain't Fox. Come on.
Yeah, I saw the 91. I thought first. Rick, there's a lot going on, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
There has been. So Ryan Ellis, Chad Chastain, both involved.
Come on now. Let's not make this a clown show. It's a NASCAR race. Is there a difference? No.
Custer, and I'm sure Ty Gibbs are thinking, let's just get into a rhythm for a while. Can we get a couple laps in here to where I can feel what my car's doing? Ty Gibbs has been aggressive though in that 19. He's been trying to grab as many spots as he can. Using either that high outside line going into one, or the last time he dove down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Truex is favored tomorrow. That's concrete track. Truex was stomping their ass last year till the rain delay, and it turned into a night race, and Chase Elliott dominated. But I would consider Truex a favorite tomorrow.
I think he just barely caught the 43, but it's not like you're out here with a ton of grip. Everybody seems to be driving like this on ice. So that little bit of contact into
that looked like Chastain's fault.
Enough to either turn the 43 of Ellis or sometimes just accelerate you faster than your car can handle.
Chastain did a good job keeping it out of the wall.
Let's see what kind of contact this 91 had. It was hard to see the first time. If there is contact.
Really good save.
Yeah, it looked like he was just very close to that outside wall. Maybe not making contact.
And I keep saying Chastain.
It's Chad Chastain.
Yeah. Ross.
It's good to see Chad get a chance here. Use your melon. We've seen that before on Ross.
A lot of cars in the back that already have damage from previous incidents or pitting.
Not a lot of options as far as strategy with tires because there aren't a lot of sets of tires here for these guys to change.
All these early spins and everything are really hurting these guys on tires.
Car used just 2 tires. All of these yellows are kind of catching them up.
3 cautions already from Nashville Super Speedway. Still out front though, it's Cole Custer.
3 cautions and 19 laps. Let me see what social media world thinks of all this chaos. Could be here a while. At least there's no rain in the forecast today. Sooner or later, somebody's going to have to win this damn race, you know. Oh, yeah, I might watch AEW tonight because we got CM Punk, FTR, and Ricky Starks versus Jay White, Juice Robinson, and the Gun Boys. The Ass Boys, as Danhausen called them. Brock Beard said, Rick Allen talking about American folklore, Steve Letarte confusing the camera guy. We're off to quite a start. Still better than Fox. Rick Allen is endearing with how annoying he is. Remember that Xfinity race at Fontana a year ago that was like 4.5 hours fucking long? This could be another one of those. The one that Custer won at Fontana when he drove the 07. Was it 07 or 08? I can't fucking remember. Either way, it was a car that Joe Graff Jr. sucked in, but Custer got in and won. Hey, we're cutting to the green for another attempt. Here we go. Custer, Gibbs, Hocevar, Sammy Smith. Custer really shit the bed on this restart. He's three. Ooh. Thought Hocevar was going to put him 3 wide in the middle. Ty Gibbs takes the lead. I could see Custer desperately trying to get back in the gas to stay with him. Here comes a push from the 18 to the 19. Oh, run of the 18 stalled out, and Custer side drafted him. Damn, Sammy Smith not giving Hocevar any room on the bottom. You're just asking to get spun. Hocevar really checked up to cut him a break there. Gibbs takes the lead off of 4. And Sammy Smith kind of pinched Hocevar down. Hocevar did the smart thing, though. He backed out. It's early in the race. A.J. Allmendinger with another great move, passing more cars after a restart. He is 4th. Michael, I still don't want to bet on a Penske car in a cup race. I just can't trust them.
Well, now that you guys made it back up into the booth, it looks like things have calmed down on the racetrack. Maybe it was just the excitement of you two being down there.
That looked calm to me.
I'll tell you, it was exciting being down there. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, you hear that off-throttle time. It's beautiful.
See right here, Nemechek had to get way out of the gas on the
I
outside.
raced Nashville and NASCAR 21, one of the few times I played that game, and actually really liked driving this track.
Now he's going to drive into 3. Kind of same situation. Not much air on the front of his car. Car on the outside of him.
We're completing another lap under green. A lot of cows getting loose off of 4. Looks like when I was at Charlotte. They're trying to race. Ooh, Retzlaff pushing up the track. 3 wide.
I think Sam's going to be able to clear both of these cars.
Josh Berry, follow that 20. Is Josh Berry going to be my new favorite Cup driver? I'm thinking he might be. Although I'm not a Ford guy. I wish Stuart Haas would switch back to Chevrolet.
Positive things out of Sam Mayer's radio.
Absolutely. While we haven't had a lot of green flag racing, the restarts have benefited this young driver. Crew Chief Marty Lindley telling him it is the best set of restarts.
Custer's wishing we had one less caution because he'd still be in the lead right now.
He started 34th, currently running in the 11th position. Right now, just a little loose. That back end wanting to dance around is what he's told his team.
These yellows, wild, chaotic, unfortunately caught up the 7-ball guy.
Didn't Suarez have to go to a backup car, Michael?
The 8 kind of helped them recover. Nemechek right here, the Toyota onboard camera. You know, he started 21st, and he's all the way up to 12th. So the cycle of restarts have helped some of these guys get some track position.
Everybody right to the bottom is his 20 car trying to work that outside groove. He's going to slide up right here. But he's trying to work that middle groove, trying to work that outside groove. See if he can find some speed. It worked in 3 and 4.
It's just so interesting. You know, last year this racetrack was really wide. Like it was, there seemed to be tons of grip up high, and then we come back this year and it looks like people sliding around. You never know. You probably prepared all week.
I think those slight changes they made to the Xfinity cars, they said it took away some of the feel of when the car gets loose. It kind of just snaps on you, not unlike a Cup car, because Cup cars have a habit now. Just when they get loose, they're gone. There's no saving them, and you don't see it coming. There's a little bit of that in Xfinity this year.
I was laughing because I knew where
cover on there, because no bumper cover makes better downforce. The rear bumper of this white and blue 21 of Austin Hill, it is clearly there. So I wouldn't fill the hole if I was the team, but it's smashed up to the point where the air really exits the back of the car. It could actually be helping, as you pointed out.
Yeah, in a super late model car, you pull that rear bumper up as high as you can and get the air to kind of get out from under you. There you see it. Sure, that thing's pretty tore up. That can't be helping too much. But you wonder sometimes. You see the bumpers of these cars get tore up, and guys really pick up some speed. He's also
The 21's rear bumper is
side,
hilarious.
where that quarter panel is pushed out a little bit right at the top of the tire. That can't be helping things either. But
Things have settled down for the moment.
Race car driver, more wins than anybody this year. I think he's on the radar of some of these Cup teams when they're looking at drivers coming out of this series. Who are the drivers? We saw Josh Berry get signed. Who's next? I think he's one of the guys they may be looking at. Dave, what you got on this 8 car with Josh Berry?
15 to go. Custer's falling back to second, about 1.2 seconds off of Gibbs.
This qualifying effort from 23rd all the way now up to the 13th position. Josh told me that the whole team got together after qualifying because it seeming like all of them had issues. They got together and said, did we miss something? Are we all looking at the same thing? They agreed that they were looking at different things. They just had different issues together. So there was no inherent problem with all 4 race cars. So Josh said, I'll just drive to the front today. That's what I'm here to do. I'll work at it. Marty?
His teammate Justin Allgaier trying to methodically make his way through the field, and he told his team on the radio, hey, let me handle passing cars. Don't worry about it. Listen in.
Know that if once we get spread out and running, it's I'll make passes if I need to. Don't feel like you got to get it all on track position on pit stops.
So the other interesting thing about those pit stops, Steve, is that the 7 team and Jim Pullman, the crew chief, requested...
Look how loose Allgaier's car looks on his onboard there. He's 14th. This man's been spun out and had to dodge another wreck, and he's 14th.
Well, it's a great view right here on the Xfinity mobile onboard camera. And Marty, 3 sets of tires are all the tires these Xfinity teams have. You would think it would just be easy. If you cut a tire, if you bang a tire, tear a sidewall, which is what happened to the 7, NASCAR could just replace it. But the problem is, that's easy to say until the 7 comes in and puts a fresh set of lefts on that no one else has. You know, while you want to keep it fair for everyone, what technically is fair? That everybody started with the same set of tires, or that you replace a set? I actually, while it will be your driver or your favorite driver that's on the short end of the stick at times, I like the consistency of not allowing extra tires. Everybody has to make their way through the race with the same 3 sets.
Yeah.
Boy, Nemechek got really loose. I thought Nemechek was about to spin.
Trying to help them out because they got in a bad situation, and that puts everybody else in a bad situation. Nobody wins in that except for the team that got helped, and it's just no way to police it. NASCAR said they were not going to be in that business anymore. It's the right call.
If that was the case, Jeff, I'd have you trying to spin that thing out at Darlington about halfway through a run. Give me a fresh,
Well, a
fresh
few
set
years
of
ago we
tires.
saw that. Years ago, somebody spun early. They gave a set of tires, and they drove all the way to the front on that set of tires. Couple battles, top of the screen. Sam Mayer getting by Parker Kligerman. Then on the bottom, the battle for 14th. Allgaier keeps that over Austin Hill. Austin Hill a little bit quicker than the 7 right now. But we're starting to see this racetrack get wide. You start to see
Parker Kligerman's going to win the Chicago Street Xfinity race next week.
Actually find more pace.
It's going to be a big test for Parker Kligerman. I saw him down there during qualifying.
Why not him?
I was going to go talk to me. Wave me off. Said, man, I have something, a stomach bug. I'm not sure what. I've taken 2 bags of IV. I just don't feel good. I didn't rest overnight, so when you talk about the heat, it's going to be tough for everybody.
How is Parker going to get through this race? I bet all these early cautions didn't help. Makes your day even longer.
Real test. 188 laps in the heat for Parker Kligerman in this 48.
Yeah, it has to be miserable. I saw him too, but from a distance like you. He said he got 2 IVs this morning to help with his hydration. Checked in with him right before he got in the car. He gave me a thumbs up. He said, I'm doing
I remember when I was in the hospital for my kidney stones and they started pumping me with fluids, I was pissing every 10 minutes.
running in the top 10 after what was a miserable night for him.
I wish him all the best health-wise. I will give him good-looking race car. Yeah. Giving out some awards for good-looking race cars this week in this orange and white 48.
I've been in that situation before where you're sick, feel horrible, hot day, and you know you get in this race car and it's a bit intimidating. You just once you get in that car, man, you go somewhere else. You just start focusing on driving that race car, and your brain just
Damn,
goes
Josh
there.
Berry
It's
deep into
actually-
turn 3 to close
it's
in on Brandon
diversion for a
Jones.
little while, Brad, bad. You feel the caution comes out, you start feeling bad,
Junior
but
made Brandon Jones his race pick before the race, and that almost made me want to bet on him. I'm happy with my bet for now. I'm just happy that we're still running. Oh, what a fucking jam up here. Creed, Jones, Berry, Allgaier, and Hill. That's 11th through 15th. Getting around a lap car, the 43.
It's a good little pack of cars here. Good little action happening. Brandon Jones gets clear of the 2.
Sheldon Creed sucks back up to the back of that 9, but it was teammates that were battling just moments ago where Brandon Jones in the 9 dropped down and blocked the 8 of Josh Berry.
Looks like Creed has a little bit of trouble on corner entry. Looks like he's got to back his entry up a little bit. Can't drive in the corner as deep as some other ones, or he's trying to do that and try to go to the gas sooner. But looks like on corner entry is where people really beat up on him.
Are you surprised that the 7 and the 21 are running as well as they are after both being involved in accidents to start this race?
Not really. I think, the 8 here's got to defend, 21's got to run. He wants the top. He really doesn't want to pass this 8 low. He's going to go down there.
Seeing 3 cars that close together. Allmendinger's passing Sammy Smith for 3rd. Look at NBC going picture-in-picture with multiple battles on the racetrack. Hey, Fox! You ever tried that before? So AJ's 3rd with 5 to go in stage 1. AJ Allmendinger's the agent of chaos today. He's benefited from every incident on the track.
We're starting to see this track really become high-line dominant. Here comes Austin Hill. He wanted to get up there. He tried to give it a little too much gas. Lost the back of the car.
And clear with that 7 car if you're a spotter.
Not clear.
He's not clear now, but he was.
Carson Hocevar has come into the picture on the top of your screen in that battle for 3rd at the 77.
See that little move right there. Spotter being more aggressive, Justin being more aggressive, jumping up in front of that 21 down the back straightaway, and he doesn't lose his spot.
Hocevar for 4th. Sammy Smith starting to get a little too loose on exit of the corner. He's gotten passed off turn 2 laps in a row.
Especially from like 4th, 5th on back in the field, using the top of this racetrack at both ends. I love it, man. This place, I'm telling you, when they talked about bringing us back to Nashville Super Speedway, I was unsure because it had been in the past a single groove racetrack. It has been nothing but that for all of its existence. Now, look at this racetrack, how wide it is, how incredible the racing is now. So much fun to watch, Dave.
So much fun to watch. Hocevar way up in the high line there, but he knows the track. Since last night, he was a Truck Series winner. I know the vehicles are very different, but I wanted to know about track knowledge when I talked through the day. He said, absolutely. I feel a lot more confident about where to put this 77 car today because I knew where to put the 42 truck last
2 to go, stage 1.
He was higher than anybody else at last time. 1 and 2.
I don't know if asphalt ages like we talk about, or concrete ages in the way that asphalt does. Asphalt racetracks wear out, get wore out. Cars wide, the groove widens out. I don't know about concrete. We don't have enough of those racetracks to really know the truth about that. But the resin that they put down on this racetrack from the bottom to the top, I believe, is what makes the racing here so great.
Hocevar's taken a new line. It's not dark up there. He's
1 to go. Gibbs has a 2-second lead on Custer.
Out front of this field, there's the 19 on the top of your screen, Ty Gibbs.
He gets us.
Steve, you mentioned at the top of the show, there have been 11 different winners in the last 11 races. And
Gibbs was the dominant car in the Xfinity race at Charlotte when I was there until it rained and it became a night race. He was still good, but he got beat on fuel mileage, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't watch into that race. I was asleep when I was at home. I listened to it on the radio on the way back. Ty Gibbs wins stage 1. My God, that was a long green flag run for this race. And the caution is out.
Sam Mayer all the way up to 8th after starting outside the top 30. That's a very impressive first stage for the 19-year-old driver of the 1.
Catch your breath.
Chaotic start to this race. Stage 1 in the books.
Gonna have a lot of highlights for next year's Nashville Super Speedway commercials.
But in the end, Ty Gibbs gets the stage 1 win.
I'm thirsty. Damn cough won't go away. So I've been playing a lot of NASCAR Heat 5, but only driving the Xfinity cars. I'm having way more fun driving those. Messing with my drumsticks. Can Ty Gibbs' motor explode? There's always just going to be a cup driver to ruin what would be a great Xfinity race. See Sonoma.
Radio broadcast. It's their official app. Search NASCAR in your app store to download. Start a free trial today. As we look down from our aerial coverage, brought to you by Pods. Moving this summer, save up 30% at pods.com today. Field behind the pace car.
Well, it was a very chaotic beginning. Then a nice little green flag run there at the end of stage 1. You mentioned
everybody got to learn a lot about their cars finally when they got going.
Though, for like the 21 of Hill, who has recovered, but he's going to have to make some decisions on tires. The 7 of Allgaier, can he only put a couple tires on? Now they have to find a way. I think their cars are kind of put back together. Now they have to find a way to kind of put the rest of the race together, being a little bit behind.
Is this a situation where on this stop would you do just the 2 right side tires for that 7?
Well, so the answer is yes, because you have to take your medicine as soon as you can take it. The problem is, it's going to be about a 40-lap run. You wouldn't think it would be such a disadvantage you would get lapped, but that's your concern, losing track position or even losing a lap. Now, we'll see. Maybe the right side tires are enough to keep them competitive, but it's definitely going to be a disadvantage to the field.
Beautiful day to be at the racetrack.
See that guy's dance moves in the stands?
And Cole Custer, that top left, complaining about both ends of the race car, asked the team to put the back more in the track, but also give more turn in the right. So, chassis adjustment there, air pressure to help the front end of that race car, Dave.
Reigning Series Ty Gibbs, champion Ty Gibbs comes in.
Reigning Series Ty Gibbs champion. That was a sentence.
No real chassis adjustments, just slightly. He's been making adjustments on the track, Marty.
AJ Allmendinger, one of the
Gibbs going to win the race off pit road, it would seem. Oh, Austin Hill. Is that a 2-tire stop? That's got to be. There's no other option.
Austin Hill first off pit road because, Steve, yes, they are indeed down a set of tires. So
no tires for the 21. Okay. Got to make up a set somewhere, I guess.
Fans dancing inside the grandstands and having a
we sure did, Rick.
Because the heat is making everybody feel pretty good here at the racetrack. All right, let's go to the Peacock pit box and Kyle Petty.
Hey, Kyle Petty, how hot is it?
Are you guys feeling the heat?
You got a $3 bet on Logano.
You think? Yes. I got sun's right in our back.
That's a harmless bet. I don't think a Penske car is going to win, but
remember back to those days.
Maybe I'm wrong.
You had days like this inside that race car. It's not a lot of fun, but you got a job to do.
Yeah, and we've heard them all say it. They knew it was going to be hot. They knew it was happening. A couple of guys, we heard that their cold suits weren't working. I feel for Parker Kligerman. To get in this car, to have 2 IV bags put into him, to be sick and have to sit in there.
If your name's Parker, you're having a bad day. One of them's sick and the other's air conditioning ain't working.
For us sitting here because we're not doing anything. We're watching the race. They are working it. They block it out of their mind. They're able to focus on where they're
fuck
at.
us. They're going to fuck us.
Can't see the thing yet. But that's incredible. But
that's incredible.
Didn't just get in a car that was 128.
He said it. Kyle Petty said the line.
As you focus on what's in front of you.
Yeah, you do. And I think it's interesting to see that first stage. The 3 guys that finished 1, 2, 3 all have Cup experience. And you bring that here on a hot, slick racetrack means a lot to have that experience of being in the Cup cars.
And now in front of the field is going to be the 21 of Austin Hill. He was on pit road a couple times, obviously, to make repairs to that car. So he decided to stay out to get the track position.
He doesn't have any tires. You can't take a set of tires, so he's going to restart this stage on old tires, and that's 29 laps of green flag on these tires, and he is going to be in the way, for lack of a better word, when this thing starts. I'll be surprised if he's able to hold his own, and nobody wants to get trapped behind him. If he's fading backwards, and it's particularly on the inside, man, you do not want to find yourself.
Next stage ends at lap 90.
So the spotters need to be paying attention, helping the drivers understand where this 21's going to line up.
Austin Hill's going to struggle here, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run.
Need to be on these restarts. Well, they're coming to choose. So let's see. He went to the bottom. See where everybody
Austin Hill on the bottom. So Gibbs will take the lead fairly easily here, I figure.
A few have decided to take that opportunity to get closer to the front, but they will be behind the 21. And the crowd great today. A sellout for tomorrow's race, for the Cup race here tomorrow evening. So a lot of these fans that are here for the Xfinity race today will be back for the Cup Series race tomorrow, and it is a sellout, Kim.
That's right. During our countdown to green coverage, we talked to John Hunter Nemechek, who said they had a lot of work to do after missing qualifying starting 21st. Well, they were moving forward, but just got hit with a penalty. Too many men over the wall.
Too many men over the wall on John Hunter Nemechek. I said that as fast as I could. Too many men over the wall. You guys are being quiet. Yeah, my streams have been so quiet lately. Here we go, back to square one. Can we get through a lap without a spin?
We did talk about a challenge. No fresh Goodyear tires for Austin Hill. Andy Street, his crew chief, just told him a moment ago. He said, "Hey, just do the best you can." And by the way, Steve, those are scuffed.
Do the best you can.
On the 7 car, they did only take 2.
They put right side scuffs on the 21. Great launch for Gibbs. Custer puts Austin Hill 3 wide immediately. Oh, he backed off. Oh, Hill just took out Gibbs. Rick. Yes! And he took Hocevar with him. That's fine by me. AJ's in the wall as well. And Austin Hill wiped out the 19. Michael, I don't think he meant to do it, but I'm sure he's not upset about it. And Hocevar's day is ruined now, but at least he took out Ty Gibbs. That's all that matters to me.
No, I believe this is going to be terminal for the 77.
Yeah, 77.
In the upper end of the suspension. You
That's
see
a done deal.
Damage. You know, it's easy. You saw the 19.
Gibbs has it just as bad, if not worse.
And yesterday, Steve, he reported to his crew, track bar broken, we are done.
Yep, I believe the 19, the 77 are going to be done. The 10 looks more.
AJ, they can buff that fucker out. Like, arrow-wise, it's going to suck worse than it did, but the wheels are straight on AJ's car.
The 0 looks 3 wide.
Oh, dude, he went straight up the fucking track and just hit him.
He's so loose, he cannot turn the wheel.
Junior, are you sure? It just looked like he drove off in there and hit him.
Up the racetrack, right into the door of the 19.
Yeah, just those old tires.
Oh,
Really
Custer takes the lead. Sam Mayer second. My bet. Chandler Smith third.
So he drove in there, just miscalculated the amount of grip he was going to have. See the damage to that 10 car right with the quarter panel.
Today is a day where we really don't need stage cautions, right?
Gets to the bottom, and immediately he's in trouble. Up the hill he goes and into the 19.
That helps your fantasy a lot. Wow, all that.
He started left into the bottom, right there. And you're right, Jeff. Just going into the corner, not understanding just how hard he could go into that corner. How many times has he been into this corner on a restart?
Is it weird that I'm starting to like Hocevar?
Not very often. Not very
Remember how I turned around on Cindric? I used to hate Cindric back in the day. If I'd have been streaming back before 2020, I'd have been the biggest Austin Cindric hater in the world because I did not like him. Guys can win me over if they do it the right way. Hocevar's starting to win me over. I was kind of bummed to see him get taken out there.
The 10, I saw the contact. Unfortunately, he gets turned around. Right rear quarter hits the wall.
Gibbs should have changed the logo on that car to "He got us" instead of "He gets us." Because 21, he got you.
Tire for the 19 shears off all the suspension, holding that rear end in place as Hocevar goes behind the wall. There's Ty Gibbs out of the car.
Unfortunate, you guys were mentioning you wouldn't want to line up.
He got us. That's what he said when he got out.
lining up on the outside of him. He just went in a little too hot into turn 1. Up the racetrack he went.
Yeah, he was just in a bad
That is the
position
worst
and
sponsor in
going off.
NASCAR, by the way. He
On them old
gets
tires.
us.
What are you going to do? You know you're not going to be able to get down in the corner as hard as you want to, but you certainly
Ty's
don't want
laughing.
to get run over.
It is an
either.
Xfinity
You've got
race, so I guess
guys
he doesn't give
stacking
a
in the
shit.
corner, running to the back of you. Just a bad position for everybody to be in there.
That's Grandpa, by the way, talking to him. Joe Gibbs. Morning.
Well, I thought the chaos wasn't coming until next week at Chicago, but it's shown up here in Nashville. You see A.J. Allmendinger trying to get
Between this week and next week, it could be the two most chaotic weeks in Xfinity Series history.
And be patient to see where the hole might open up.
Cindric won you over by winning you money in 2020. I think I might have still been hating on Cindric a little bit in 2020. I'd have to go back and look at those streams again.
Yeah, I don't see really any damage to either front fender. Both front tires still have the yellow, the Goodyear writing.
2018, I couldn't stand him.
To be the one that made any sort of contact. Also, a little damage on this right rear quarter panel. They're going to want to get
2016, 17, I really hated him.
To the aerodynamics when you enter the corner.
Five cautions already to start off this Xfinity Series race from Nashville Superspeedway.
It's a shit show.
Race leader Ty Gibbs.
But studies say people love wrecks and cautions and restarts. So if Jeff Gluck did an Xfinity Series race poll, this one would probably rank high. That and Ty Gibbs got taken out. That helps. I just wanted him taken out because he's a fucking Cup driver. I'm not going to give Austin Hill the benefit of the doubt. That was intentional. Sailed it off in there at a bad angle and didn't care what happened to the 19. He took out baby Jesus. That was a truck series. That was a Haley Deegan-esque move there by Austin Hill, for those of you who saw that last night. Now, Haley Deegan did drive like a fucking hack, but I think it's funny that Lawless Allen was the one complaining about her. I'm like, hello, pot, meat kettle.
NBC Sports coverage of NASCAR on USA brought to you by Credit One Bank, the credit card company. And make sure you don't miss the pulse-pounding, non-stop action of Monday Night
Raw.
WWE superstars such as Cody Rhodes and Bianca Belair.
Rhea Ripley, boy.
Raw, live
She's the only one I want to see on Monday nights.
right here on USA.
Went to one of those wrestling matches live, man. I'd never been to one of those. Pretty fun. Bianca, I took her for a ride, race car last year. That was fun.
How about that ride?
I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, but that was my
I was going to say, well, we all want to take Bianca for a ride, but I love Montez Ford too much to disrespect his wife like that.
Riding the mechanical bull, and that guy got bucked off. Let's go check in with Kim.
Buck off.
And a guy doing a fine job on the racetrack, Cole Custer, currently P1.
Custer just smooth and steady.
Where to choose to restart, and with his teammate Riley
Dude, take the bottom. I want to be on the bottom. If I get loose on the bottom and bust my ass, it's my fault. I ain't going to go up top and let somebody wipe me out.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make decisions when off of other people, though, I guess, is the problem. I
and Chandler Smith chose Riley would end up behind Cole. Cole saying he likely will elect to pick the top. They said they were confident in his decision as long as he felt comfortable.
Well, Custer picked the top. Let's hope he doesn't live to regret this.
Series where things aren't quite as straightforward.
And the team calling out young Sam Mayer.
That's just how drivers talk.
Well, we all know it. Custer just said the quiet part out loud. He said what we're all thinking about Sam Mayer.
I remember watching some races with you guys when you said you actually worked together. So that's
Don't encourage him. Unwillingly.
Yeah, don't encourage him.
That was no other alternative.
Well, it's no one or him. I guess I'll help him.
So Sam Mayer will be on the inside of Cole Custer for this restart. Cole Custer is the control car. He is the leader.
I am the leader.
Riley Herbst and Sheldon Creed all.
Yeah.
It is an interesting and difficult decision on where to pick. Normally on this size racetrack, you'd always pick the top. But early in this race, the bottom was the way to go. But we've seen that groove start to move around. But this is the first restart since we feel like the outside's gotten better.
And with the 19 out of the way, one of the best cars in this field, the whole perplexity of this race has changed.
Cole Custer, he'd like to be known as one of the best cars in the field. He brings them.
Yeah, Michael, I'm loving this so far. Just because Chandler Smith's still running. That's all I got today is Chandler Smith. Great restart by Custer. Oh, Riley, no! What are you doing? The 18's there. How was that not a wreck?
Hard-headed young race car.
I said, oh, Riley, no. Sam Mayer going for the lead down the back. Let him have it, Custer. He's going to overdrive the corner. Yeah, they were arguing all right. Thought they were about to take out the entire field at the entry of Turn 1. Hey, we're completing the lap under green. Custer, Mayer, Chandler Smith. Herbst and Sammy Smith unbelievably didn't crash. Got a car spinning in the back. Oh. Save it. Oh, no, he didn't save it. Connor Mosack just ate shit. Caution's out. Now put that 98 and the 18 back together for another restart.
He had maybe a left rear tire going down, but chased it for a really long time. Eventually, car swings back around, overcorrects into the outside wall, driver's side first. There he is, top of the screen, getting loose.
Yeah, he had a tire going down. He was loose, but he had a tire going down too, I'm pretty sure. And then just overcorrected and ate shit.
Yeah, that's one of those
But because he's not in a cup car, he didn't get brain damage, so good for him.
NASCAR would always tell us, if a car starts doing this, just crank the wheel to the left and lock it down. And Connor fighting it all the way, got the wheel turned back to the right. Ends up driving all but head on in the wall.
You talked about the disagreement between the
98 throws a block, 18 goes to the bottom, 98 fucking slams him again and just keeps coming down. And the 18 drove off in the corner, got loose off the 2.
That is true. So the 98 goes high. Sammy makes a move to the top. 98 goes high. Sammy goes to the middle. 98 blocks him again. That's when a driver says enough.
Riley Herbst might need to get his ass whooped for that one. Come on now.
You can't go everywhere I go.
Listening to Allgaier.
Allgaier's like, please no, not again. He was right behind them when that shit was going on. Please no, not again. Just stop.
The big benefactor in all of
Zane Smith, the 7th.
was Zane Smith in that white and blue 28 car. He had gotten to the outside, and everybody else lifted. So, oh, this is going to be a wreck. And Zane said, no, I'm going to keep going. And he got about 6 or 7, if not 8.
26 has been bad this year.
Just because everybody got checked up, and he was in that outside lane, he kept digging.
He's got all the ingredients to have an incredible day today. Ran in the truck race.
Kaz has him up to 13th right now, though.
This is a Sieg car with a Stuart Haas support. Had some good speed in practice. Drove through the field today. Doing some great things. Definitely an opportunity for him to run in the top 5. He is not even compete for the win. He puts it all together. Marty.
Junior, what did Sammy Smith say about the contact with Riley Herbst? Listen.
I'd be pretty pissed.
Riley, my bad. I didn't mean to really do that.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, Sammy would be
Well,
pissed.
yeah, for a 19-year-old driver, you got to give Sammy Smith credit to say, hey, that was my bad. I will know how to do it better next
Right
time.
front fender's fucked on the 18.
You know, just hard racing. You see the right front fender damage. You wonder how much that's going to hurt the performance of this car. But you know, that's what this series is about.
As Ward Burton was at a right front fender.
Trying to make something happen. You see the 7 car on pit road again.
Yeah, coming down in 11th right now, so giving up that track position. He said, and I quote, I don't know if you've ever been this, Jeff, I am a 35 out of 10 tight. So they're going to just make a chassis change here.
Pull that right front out again.
On the 7 car, also A.J. Allmendinger coming down, taking advantage of this after the contact a moment ago to get the car buttoned up a little bit better and fresh right side Goodyear tires as well.
Marty, you mentioned the 7-car Allgaier, though, putting on scuffed tires. You have to also
I love Justin Allgaier's pit sign. It's a gator. Who the fuck's calling me?
On a car where you know you're not on the right cycle.
Let's find out together.
Group. Please listen carefully. Please hold while you are being transferred.
See how long I can play along.
Thank you for calling Senior Aid Helper. This is Emily on a recorded line, and you can press 1 to be removed. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
Great. Well, what we do here at Senior
It's
Aid
a
Helper
recording.
is help people qualify for up to $2,600 a month in Social Security disability benefits.
Wow.
Well, the main objective today is to
Definitely is
qualify you for
frustrating.
Social Security
Sorry.
disability.
Just not a good spot to be in there. I feel like
I'm
we were really
interested.
fast. Just got cleaned out.
Oh, they finally hung up.
Just part of it. Sorry, I swallowed a little Monster Energy down the wrong hole here, so I'm struggling a little bit.
I wish your dad had went into the wrong hole, Ty Gibbs.
He gets this Toyota Supra was very fast. Thinking he
Although now he's just in a hole.
hopefully a lot of people
I'm
can
going
get
to
a lot
hell.
of things from the first 55 laps of this race.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was. So.
Praise Jesus.
It sucks that we have a torn up race car. I feel like we would have had a shot, but we'll keep going and appreciate the opportunity from he gets us in Toyota. Thank you to everybody, Tyler Gibbs, Jack Irving, everybody back there, Paul, and all the hard work they give, and my crew chief Jason.
Best of luck tomorrow in the Cup Series race. Glad he's okay, guys.
At least you're better than Noah.
For Ty Gibbs, he'll have another one tomorrow in front of a sold-out crowd here at Nashville Super Speedway. I want to go back to what Sammy Smith said. I think it was not just being smart, or not just, saying, hey, I apologize. It was being very smart, because he knows he's going to be racing right next to Riley Herbst the remainder of this race. He doesn't want Riley Herbst to retaliate.
25 to go in stage 2. We're creeping along here.
I need to do that, because I don't want him to come back after me.
See what happens on this one. Custer's not doing so good on these restarts.
As they go into 1, 3
Throws a crazy block on his teammate. Mayer's going to take the lead for now. Chandler Smith slips up behind him. Chandler going for second. Remember I said before the race, Sam Mayer shit or get off the pot and win a damn race. Ooh, he's going to get error loose there. Custer 3 wide through the middle with him. 3 wide for the lead. Wow. Custer blows the restart, but he's still fast. Damn, Chandler just drove it off into 1 past them both. See if he slides up any. A little bit. A little bit. Good racing when we can actually complete a lap or 2. Come on, Chandler. Chandler takes the lead. Yes. Hey, we're leading. And we've completed a couple of laps under green.
Riley Herbst in the 98s, right up to the back bumper of that 0-0 of Cole Custer. That takes the air off the back of that.
Riley, you better not wreck your more talented teammate. It's taken us a long time to get to this point, but we're reaching lap 69. Nice.
Still looking for his first ever win in the Xfinity Series.
Herb still ain't won an Xfinity race.
Really well, top 10s in each of the
Sheldon Creed has been oddly quiet today for a guy who's usually in the center of chaos.
down into turn 1.
Oh, there it is. He just wrecked the 18. And he took Brandon Jones with him. Right when I was saying, man, Sheldon Creed's been quiet today, he takes out Sammy Smith and Brandon Jones. And drives away from it unscathed. As Al Michaels would say, what a kibosh. What a kibosh.
Anywhere out there. This is the most chaos I think we've seen the entire year.
Well, he got some damage.
These cars down the front straightaway
Oh, Sheldon Creed's been caught today. Oh, never mind.
Side drafting Sheldon Creed on the inside. They go down into turn 1.
Peeled the left front of the 9 car like a can opener.
How it went down, but good hard racing down the front straightaway.
Junior says through gritted teeth.
Into turn 1. The 2's trying to side draft a little bit here. He's got the momentum. The 18 down in the corner right on his door.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That didn't look like loose to me. He turned right.
Go down into the corner. We know this track is really low on grip. And when you race down in the corner right on somebody,
look at that. He turned right. You get loose, the back end comes around. That back end never came around. He was straight, and then he turned right.
Brandon Jones in that 9 car, he can't catch a break this year. There is nothing.
Brandon Jones is not in the Xfinity playoffs as of now. In a Junior Motorsports car.
There's nothing to do.
The best Junior Motorsports car consistently over the past number of years.
You mentioned Brandon Jones. Take a look again. Just no opening big enough for him to slide through. So he's collected the left front fender torn apart on Brandon Jones.
Sorry, Sammy Smith. I'll take responsibility for that one. I kiboshed it. Well, Michael, it looks like I bet on the right Smith. If Chandler wins. Yeah, I've been the kiss of death. I forgot I got Chad Chastain earlier. Yeah, I got Chastain. Then I got Creed, and Sammy Smith's the one who got fucked because of it. Who can I compliment? Well, I didn't compliment Ty Gibbs, but I wished for his downfall, and it came true. So I've obviously got some mojo going today.
That's right, the inaugural on a street course for the first time ever.
The first and last Chicago. It might not be the last street race in NASCAR, but it'll be the last one in Chicago.
And we're doing this one radio style once again, and you will get familiar with the streets of Chicago.
Here we go. I'm so excited for next week. It's going to be a shit show.
Columbus Drive. And they'll head straight at turn number 1. Will they make the left-hand turn? Mike Bagley will be there to make that call. We do this one radio style once again. Then they'll go down The Sobel Lakeshore Drive to Dale Earnhardt Jr. in turn 4.
See, it looks like there's a lot of passing zones till you realize how fucking narrow some of those corners are.
Jeff Burton and Steve, you and I have a nice little seat on Columbus to kind of take it all in. And Grant Park's so beautiful. The Peacock Pit Box will be right there next to Buckingham Fountain. And all the fans are just going to, it's going to feel like for the fans that they have an all-access pass because they will be right in the middle of all of the action no matter where they are watching this race.
Yeah, between Lakeshore and Columbus is that big open field. Well, it's not a field anymore. We were up there, the stage is assembled. So many good music acts. I mean, it's going to be a full weekend of not just racing but entertainment. Right in the heart of one of the greatest sports cities in the country. I can't give it the greatest. It's one of the greatest. I'm not going to put them in order. I get a lot of social media hate, but I mean, it's an amazing.
I don't know. According to Brett Griffin, you might get shot next week, so I don't know.
First time on the streets.
Brett Griffin, if you ever hear this, you're a stupid motherfucker. You know that?
Right inside Chicago. Yeah. I can't wait.
He'll never hear it, but I just want to put it out there. Brett Griffin is a stupid fucking moron.
In this sport, there's consequences, unintended consequences, things that you don't prepare for. There'll be things that these cars.
God damn, we're not even halfway, motherfucker.
Creating all types of issues.
Trying to get this race over with and get this money.
And you see Brandon Jones on pit road right now for the second time. The first time they had to cut away.
Got to keep this track position and stay ahead of the chaos.
Changing all 4 tires.
And hopefully get a long green flag run at some point while we're out front.
Give me an idea of what your season's been like. He said there's been little mistakes all season, but really it's been bad luck more than anything.
I agree with Brandon Jones. It's been more luck than anything. I've never thought much of Brandon Jones as a talent, but he's not bad. He's just not very great. Had a lot of shitty luck this year.
Biggest issue, Steve. I find it fascinating what these crew chiefs are having to do. So Jeff Stankiewicz is
Jones is now 57 points below the cut line. So that's a huge break for Herbst, Hemrick, and Mayer right now, especially Mayer and Herbst running second and third with stage points on the way here in a little bit. Josh Berry's in the top 10. He's got a good points gap. He's got the most top 10s of any driver without a win this season. Hemrick's quietly having a good day. So, yeah, this is worst case scenario for Jones.
And I think that will be a big advantage for these guys to kind of get on the same strategy as everyone else.
Win a race, though, and that all goes away. Sam Mayer's trying to do that today. I said before the race, shit or get off the pot, win a goddamn race. I never bet on Mayer for a reason. Prove me wrong. Really? This cleanup's taking this fucking long?
All these caution laps also are picking up a lot of rubber that's been laid down. Whatever's been put down in the short amount of green flag laps we've had, Steve, gets picked up.
How are we going to go green this time? The lights are off on the pace car, and there's still fucking shit on the racetrack.
Listen into Chandler Smith's radio.
One of them days, man, it's going to be all about discipline. These guys are just chasing up anything outside of them, Rick, so be mindful of that all day. Yeah, I'd like to stay right here. Let's do that.
I like Chandler picking the inside line. That's what I'm going with today. I'm not letting anybody get underneath me. If I bust my own ass, that's my problem. You're not getting underneath me. Defensive driver. You're going to have to run through the back of me. Or pitch me down. You ain't getting underneath me and taking me out.
How young the field is in general, right? This is the feeder series. These are young race car drivers trying to move up, right? I mean, Chandler Smith, 20 years old. Sam Mayer turns 20 on Monday. And now this race is anything but normal, right? The chaos is one thing to kind of consume and to cover, but as a crew chief, as a race car driver, you know, how's your car drive? How do you know? I mean, we've been stop, start, stop, start. So you just don't know about the balance. The track, as Dale Jr. pointed out, the conditions continue to change. It's really hard to settle in.
There'll be 15 laps remaining in stage 2 once they get the green flag, and they're about to do that.
Green. Good restart for the 16. No real pressure behind him. Herbst closes in, but not close enough to dive on him. Chandler's clear of the 1. Riley Herbst slips up 3 wide in the middle of Hemrick and Custer. Retzlaff and Moffitt and Zane Smith 3 wide behind them. Here comes Josh Berry. Now he's 3 wide with them. Chandler Smith got away clean. So did Sam Mayer and Custer. Hemrick's 4th. A green flag lap has been completed. Nemechek going 3 wide back there. The entire top 6 got on the bottom. Zane Smith slipped up, though.
Penalty, and they were also looking at the front of that race car like there might have been some damage, might have hit some debris through all these accidents around the grill area. They made repairs to get him back out there and competitive. Looks like they did a good job fixing that 22nd car on the inside. A different name we haven't mentioned yet today, Brett Moffitt in that 25 car, kind of a gray hood, orange roof right there. A new team for Brett Moffitt this season, and I talked to him earlier. He just had a lot of good things to say about it, right? With not one moment during the year, but week in and week out, thought they were making gains as the very tough race. It continues 2 wide, almost 3 wide on the exit of 2.
Battle for second. It's going to help the 16 pull away here.
Just this past week, heavy hearts for Brett Moffitt and the Malakote family. Tim Malakote, who was a mentor.
You know, the only thing I miss about Fox is the progress bar at the top of the screen showing when cautions and shit came out. Maybe NBC should borrow that. That's all they should borrow from Fox.
Putting out his condolences for the Malakote family, a very close friend of his.
Good little battle here for second. Cole Custer looks like he's a little bit quicker than Sam Mayer right here. Just cannot get by. That's a tough pass to make on the bottom of the racetrack. Sam's not giving him a whole lot of room down there.
Custer was looking to the inside, but Sam Mayer closing the door once they came out of turn 4. That fight for second continuing. Cole Custer hugging the yellow line. Parker Kligerman to the inside of Ryan Sieg on the bottom of your screen.
As we look at closing in on 10 to go in stage 2, this stopping and starting in the race been very broken up. I think these last 10 laps right here could be very important for all of these drivers to get a good feel of their race car. You know, if this race does kind of clean up and we get some longer green flag runs, you don't have a lot of adjustments left. I mean, even though there's a lot of laps left, end of stage 2 you're going to pit, and sometime in the final stage
10 to go in the stage. Been green a little bit.
2 more chances to adjust your car. This clean running for 10 laps could be a real difference maker on who makes the right adjustments.
Kligerman still fighting for that 10th spot, trying to take it away from Sieg.
Good job by Sieg to get back up to the field after an accident on the very first lap of the race. And this 39 car on the outside. Artie, you're with Sammy Smith.
And let's chat with him, Junior, who had a great run going. What happened in your accident? And are you surprised the racing has been so chaotic today, Sammy?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure. I feel like I gave him plenty of room and he got free and kind of just hooked it right. But yeah, just thanks to Power Flying J, TMC, all safety bonus, Golden Harvest, Toyota, everybody that gets us fast race cars. We just lost some track position there and that hurt us.
Coming to the end of stage 2, Sammy Smith's day obviously over, Rick.
Unfortunate is John Hunter Nemechek out there in front of Zane Smith, 20 and the 28.
See, this battle rages on. Daniel Hemrick in that 11 car. He's had a bit of a tough year as well. It's good to see him up front.
Hemrick currently running in the 4th spot now behind Custer.
Sam had a terrible turn 1 and 2 there up the racetrack. Now it's going to give Custer an opportunity to get by. He does.
You need Hemrick to wreck out.
Hemrick also looking to the inside.
Give it time. He's due for one. Might happen right there in front of him. Mayer and Custer almost touch. God, can we just stay green from here? I got a big lead. Ugh. Car owner Junior getting real nervous there.
3 wide now for that 2nd spot.
Man, these guys are on the edge of control.
I'm standing at the edge of tomorrow. He said edge of control. Sorry, I was singing Saved by the Bell, the college years song.
Good smart move right there by Hemrick. A lot of discipline. Just get that left front tire on that yellow line. He didn't overdrive it. That's where all the grip is. And he go run the bottom, run the bottom. Don't kind of run it. See Hemrick right there? Just painting that yellow line with his left side tires.
And he's making time down there. Everybody else using the top of the racetrack for speed. This 11, I think he's better on the bottom of 1 and 2.
Colleague Racing showed up with speed today. AJ was fast too before he got damaged.
He chooses right then on the transition to the turn to run a different groove. It cost him a little bit of speed there.
Gibbs has been a little off. Nemechek's just been so-so. Sammy Smith was their best car.
Top of
Well, Gibbs was good, but
turn 4.
thankfully he got.
Maybe Hemrick's like, oh, man, this thing works pretty good up here. Might want to keep running that line.
Custer took his line away, and so Daniel Hemrick has decided to choose a different line. And every time those two go in opposite directions, the one of Mayer trying to find some clean air. Kim?
Although Mayer coming on the radio and saying he's just way too loose, can't really do anything. They reminded him this car is better on the long run. Just stay focused as Stam currently running in the 4th position behind Daniel Hemrick.
It's been a tough first 2 stages if you have a long-run car, because we just have not seen the long runs today.
I think that's a great point, Steve, and Kim talking about them, talking to him about that. That's really important. It's a long way to go in this race. It's still over 100 laps to go. And recognize you do have a good race car. It's not as good as you want it, but it's good enough. We just make a little change, you can get that win.
You can see as he's lost these positions, he was the lead car of this group. Now that he's behind Hemrick in the 0-0, he's made some adjustments to his entry, his throttle points, and he's found some reasonable speed to not allow these guys to get away just yet.
Custer, Hemrick, Mayer, Herbst. Single file, 2nd through 5th.
Yeah, if he could just lose overall grip. You would think you'd lose overall grip, but sometimes, you know, you will.
2 to go in the stage this time.
So you are loose. That balance shift could help you out just a little bit, but you can see now there's a little bit of a space between them. So he's going to start to get that downforce and that free.
Pace car is going to run out of gas before the end of this race.
Under pressure from the 98 of Herbst.
Creed's 15th, Michael. You might get your wish.
In the 5th position, Chandler Smith.
Unless he does something stupid again.
He has almost 2.5 seconds between himself and Custer as they're coming up on 1 lap to go in stage 2. There's the gap.
And it's hard
1 to go in stage 2.
3rd, 4th. I'm telling the driver that this is the final lap of stage 2. Hey, get us home. I know you're running hard. Don't make a mistake here.
Yeah, enough guys have made mistakes. We already had some real big hitters in the garage.
It really happened today.
Yeah. We're still rolling. Let's be happy.
Oh, if only I got paid for stage wins, I'd have a lot more money.
Talking about Georgia is going to claim his 2nd career stage win.
Chandler Smith wins stage 2. I can't remember for the life of me who won stage 1. Oh, it was Gibbs. Hemrick 3rd. That's big for points.
Good stage for Hemrick, who's right, you know, coming into this race just 18 above the cut line for the playoffs. Important for him to maximize these stages, get as many points as he can. Not only finishing good at the end of these races, but putting a stage together like that is going to be important for him.
Not as big, but there were more incidents in stage 2 as well. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series Tennessee Lottery 250.
How come when Fox plays country music, it's annoying, but when NBC does it, it's endearing? Maybe I know I'm biased, but come on. Fact is, NBC's just better. Thing I like about NBC is that they're always working to get even better than they already are. Somebody in a Chase Elliott fan page was trolling and they posted a picture. It's from like 2003. It's Michael Waltrip and Dale Jr. and it says, "My favorite pick of Chase and Dale Earnhardt. Can I get an amen?" Oh, that's fucking funny. I want to read the comments. See the people like, "No, fucking Chase and Dale Earnhardt, you idiot." So I said, "Wow, Hendrick's been rough on Chase." That is not Chase. That's Michael Waldrip. This old lady spelled it Waldrip. That's not Chase. That's Michael. Wrong. Look again. That is Michael Walrip in Napa Soot. Is it really hard to spell words on the internet? I mean, the fucking phone tries to spell it for you. I love messing with NASCAR boomers. That's the greatest joy of my life. Michael, you're in the top 9%. I'm just kidding. Math is hard.
95 laps still to go here. Steve, we had talked about tires being an issue. The Xfinity Series came here for the weekend of the event with 5 sets of tires. They had practice yesterday, and 1 set of tires was used there. They said, okay, 4 sets of tires can be used for this race. 1 of them had to be used for qualifying. So you really limit the number of tires these guys have at their discretion.
So if you can close your eyes and pretend this has been a comm race, which it has not, you would just put a set of tires on at the end of stage 1. You would put your second set of tires on here at stage 2, and you would put a third set somewhere in the final stage. You hopefully pick the right yellow or get the right brake. With all of the spins, the chaos, the 2 tires, the damage, Marty and Kim and all the paraporters are doing a great job.
We need a Hemrick wreck. Now we got to wish bad on Hemrick.
Management, all of the teams have used. The goal would be that you have taken your medicine, and now here, everyone will put some tires on, and we're hoping that everybody just has a set left for the final stage. If you're a fan of one of these drivers that have been in an incident, you would be squared up with the rest of the field if you have an extra set after this pit stop. Kim.
Very limited.
And the cars making their way down pit road. Top left, Sam Mayer in that number 1 car said he needed more stability on throttle. Did not like that run. So
We are halfway. This race is going to go north of 3 hours. What the fuck is the 35 doing? Thought the 35 was just going to... Oh, Mayer got stuck in his pit box. Oh, there goes Mayer's track position. Come on, Chandler. Win this race off pit road. Get out there. Attaboy. Good stop, 16 guys. Chandler Smith, Cole Custer, Daniel Hemrick, Riley Herbst. The battle off pit road.
Chandler Smith able to get back out where he was. Custer and
Sam Mayer falls out of the top 10.
But take a look at this.
Oh, so the 35, David Starr goes to turn in. Now the 1 is going to leave. Oh, my goodness. That's a great job by Sam Mayer. I know he probably wish he was pointed out a little bit better to get out and not lose the spots, but we cover competition, but that was a pit crew member running right in front of him. Not much room between him. That was really great reaction by Sam. He might or may not have had enough room, but we talk a lot about the youth behind the wheel. That's maturity. I mean, even at his young age of 19, to understand he had to stop. It wasn't the time to try to kind of squeeze out around that car. That could have been much, much worse. I know it's disappointing for the 1 to lose track position, but no damage to the car. Luckily, no injury to
Look,
the pit road.
that's a sponsor.
Let's go to the Peacock Pit Box. Hey guys, if I were to
What a
give
quiet
you
chat for such
1
an exciting
minute
race.
to kind of recap this race up to this point, do you think that's enough time?
Yeah, perfect. Spin, crash, spin, crash, spin, crash.
Done.
That's the recap.
That's it.
That's it. Let's go to tape.
Yeah, they didn't waste much time.
Nobody uses tape anymore, Kyle Petty.
Starting at the very beginning.
The digital age, man.
Turn 1, AJ Allmendinger makes it 3 wide with Kyle Sieg right here, who gets up into Jeff Burton a little bit, and then a lot of cars join in.
Yep. Then we get another restart right after that. And you see the 7 car of Justin Allgaier here, the 07 of Stephen Parsons. But here we are down in turns 3 and 4 now. Here's the 39 of Ryan Sieg spinning again. He and his brother both. But you see the 21 car of Austin Hill just gets in, gets a little bit loose, gets sideways, pins. Once again, Jeff Burton's in it, gets a little bit of quarter panel damage.
Yeah, but there was one thing for sure. Ty Gibbs winning that first stage. He was the class of the field at that time. But that didn't take long to take care of that.
No, and then on this restart, Austin Hill's out here on those tires. He goes down, and we heard Jeff Burton and Dale Jr. talk about it. Just overran the grip of the tires. Goes up the racetrack and collects the 19 car, the 10 car of A.J. Allmendinger, 2 or 3 cars that were up front at that time.
Yeah, and once again, this is just a matter that this track is really slick. The drivers are trying, I know, to give some respect to that, but they're just overdriving in certain situations, taking out Sammy Smith, who had run pretty much in the top 5 all day. Brandon Jones can't catch a break throughout most of this year, and they kind of ended up that way again once today. You think we're going to make it through this restart right here? You think we can make it into turn 1 and go lap?
If we get past the 5-lap mark and Chandler Smith's in the lead, I hope the rest of the race goes caution-free. That'll never happen, but...
The graphics department working overtime to create that list right there. We're going to have to go to scrolling pages if we have any more wrecks.
Yeah, shout out to our entire crew. I mean, the shots of Sam Mayer coming out of the pits, just a great job by everybody on top of it today. And yes,
Your mother's on top of it.
Working overtime in the graphics there to add the names to the list of people involved in incidents. And
Creed's 8th.
by 2 once again, Custer on the
Gonna cause some more shit, isn't he?
Chandler Smith will be on the inside, the winner of stage 2.
How's your boy?
Smith, the control
What are you doing, my friend?
They get ready to come back
Taking
into
your
the
cat
restart
nap?
zone. It is his decision as to when they go.
Riley Herbst got penalized, tire violation.
Tire violation for the 98
That takes him out of contention. He was in the top 5. And we're starting stage 3, and now he's going to go all the way to the back. Good launch by the 16. Custer blows another restart. Colleague cars taking care of each other on the bottom, Hemrick and Chandler Smith. And I don't give a fuck what happens behind that 16 car. I mean, I don't want anything to happen now. I want a long green flag run here is what I want. Although I think Custer would be really good on a long green run. Hemrick going for 2nd. Zane Smith going for 3rd. Actually 4th, excuse me.
Who is the best car at this point? I actually do think
I like how the 16 looks.
That's kind of normally how it works at a place like Richmond, place like Dover.
We completed a lap. Come on, baby. Go green all the way. No more yellows. Get spread out.
Josh's car has not been as good as I thought it was going to be today. Looked really good in practice yesterday, but it just has not raced very well. Kind of trapped down here on the inside of A.J. Allmendinger. He's going to try to fall in.
Chandler, oh, God. Creed, I thought Creed was about to wipe out Josh Berry.
Back to the inside, off the corner.
Josh Berry hasn't gotten loose under anybody today like he's prone to do. I'm surprised. He's usually the first guy to get loose underneath somebody and hit him. Allmendinger 6th. We're going to get that colleague 1, 2, 3 on a non-plate track. It's possible. 88 laps to go.
Now, it's been a chaotic race, and they both, you can tell by looking at the two of them, there's some damage, but they're continuing to fight, continuing to battle, trying to make something of this trip to Nashville.
See Sam Mayer in that one car we showed why he's behind. He's got to remain cool right here. He got really loose right in the middle of the corner, had to chase it up the racetrack, but this is the situations where this young man has gotten himself in trouble, trying a little bit too hard. This is when his spotter, crew chief, everybody needs to remind him, look, there's still time. Still a lot of racing left. Let's go get them when we can, pass them when you get to them, but don't push more than you have to. He was running 4th. He came out 12th, so he's already picked up 2 spots.
Ooh, Moffitt loose.
Allgaier right behind Moffitt.
You can see the patience that Allgaier had to have there to not get in the back of the 25. Even though he couldn't throttle up, he's lifting, trying to give the 25 of Moffitt an opportunity to get off the corner straight.
You posed the question earlier, who's next as far as advancing out of the Xfinity Series up to the Cup Series?
Custer's running down Chandler Smith. Like I said, Custer's pretty good on a long run. He doesn't always fire off that well, but give it a few laps, and he's probably the best car left running in the top 5, I think. Although Nemechek's 4th now, and he hasn't really had the track positions all day to show what he's got.
Phone call from Rick Hendrick or Joe Gibbs or some great opportunity that just we don't see coming. Maybe maybe he would make the leap, but whenever I have a conversation with Justin, he seems very content of being a professional race car driver in the Xfinity Series.
Parker Kligerman spun. Oh, caution's out. God damn it. Thought he was going to save it. He went through the grass and kept going. Damn it. We were setting sail, although Custer was catching us. So it really doesn't matter.
We talk about earlier in the race, rookie drivers trying to correct and overcorrecting. How to lock the car down.
That was a great save by Parker.
Stay out of trouble. This is a great example of that.
Racing sick today, like they said.
Really slow on the bottom.
He gets hit by the 26, doesn't he? Yep. 48 was slowing up, and he got run over by Casgrala. Saved it, though. How was that a caution? Come on, NASCAR. Let it go. We should have relaxed yellows on for this race.
Yeah, what you got?
Well, actually, right before this incident, he had come on the radio and said, I need to come down pit road. They said right side tires and fuel. So he had the intention to come down pit road, likely a tire going down. So Parker Kligerman spinning after what was a tire issue.
They probably didn't have the opportunity to wave, put his hand out down the backstretch. Casgrala was just right up on him.
Looked like me and Dylan in Heat 5 the other day racing trucks at Michigan. And Dylan, without telling me, checks up to go to pit road, and I knock the shit out of him. It sends him down pit road speed, and I slow up and hit pit road at the speed limit. I was like, oh, fuck it, we're pitting now.
It doesn't create an issue for him to tear off any of the body panels on the car. They are very lucky right here to be able to get to pit road on the lead lap and get this change made.
I wonder if it isn't a flat or a loose wheel. Because looking at it, I don't see any tires slack enough as he's riding around that would tell me he had to go this slow.
Yeah.
So I wonder if a wheel's not shaking, right? Like either maybe a loose wheel and that's why he's going slow. Patrick Donahue, crew chief for Parker Kligerman. Been in the garage a long time, a bunch of different roles. He was back Jeff Gordon team all the way back in the 90s. I worked with Patrick. Dave, how about the 26?
He circulates with 4 good tires, does Casgrala. And as we give you your Toyota driver update for the afternoon, let's listen to what he had to say and the team had to say after that little contact with Parker.
I didn't know he was coming to pit road. I thought he was just letting the 31 go by on the top so he could stay honest. Nobody waved up here or anything? Nobody came and told me? I never saw a hand out the window.
Rick, you nailed it. Didn't know he was coming and was trying to make the exit of the corner best he could. Casgrala did not mean to get into Parker Kligerman.
Rick, 83 to go. We expect the fuel window to be about 65 to 70 laps.
Stay out.
So say you got aggressive, maybe you could go 72 or 73. I'm not saying somebody's not going to try to risk 83 laps, but that would be much, much further. But if the cautions continue, maybe somebody will gamble here in Nashville.
Do you think the Haley Deegan Simps are going to give up and move on to Tony Breidinger? Or have you say her fucking name? Miracle we've made it past the halfway point. Damn, you're almost top 200. Damn. I was just thinking about how I need another excuse to buy a Nintendo Switch. I need something to do during rain delays. Shit, I could take that shit to the racetrack with me. That'd be fun. Bring my fucking Switch to the racetrack, have that shit glued to me all day, some motherfucker try to steal it.
Your points. Trade them in for either free tickets or autographed merchandise. There's exclusive NASCAR gear. And, of course, one-of-a-kind race day experiences. Visit NASCAR.com/fan-rewards to take a part of that. All right, guys, let's take a look at the roll-up mortgage keys to victory.
Yeah, one of the keys, right out of the gate, we learned it was important to try to survive this race. And as more and more cars are swept up in accidents, it starts to make it a little bit easier. Your job is easier as the field thins out. So trying to survive this final stage, put yourself in a position to win.
Chandler picks the inside front row again. I agree with the choice. It's worked out so far.
If we do have a long run, we got 8 laps to go in this race. Who is going to guess right and make the right adjustment for a long race?
Inside with a teammate behind you. Yes, a teammate is desperate to win, but he's not going to shit can you with 80 to go.
You feel like you've been in that car forever. Team needs to be reminding the driver, hey, look, there's still a long way to go, so still enough time to be patient, make the smart moves.
Dave, how about the 11 of Daniel Hemrick?
Well, Ricky started the day on the bubble for the playoffs for the Xfinity Series. Still 12 races to go, so a bit of time. When I talked to Daniel before the race today, he wasn't really sure what was going on with his 11 car, whether it would be fast or not. And, of course, qualifying didn't go well, having started 33rd. Well, he's all the way up to 3rd, and he's been making pit stops without the aid of his lights on the dash to help him on pit road. Hasn't sped yet. Hold your fingers crossed, 11 fans. There's one more pit stop to go. Marty?
So, Dave, that one more pit stop with 80 to go in the race. So, Steve, with 9 cautions so far today, if you're a crew chief and the debate's going on the radio right now, would you maybe run a little bit longer than you normally would? That window opens in about 10, 12, 15 laps. So, you could come soon, but would you run it longer?
Are you going to come?
I'm waiting for some sort of rhythm, to be quite honest, in this race before I can decide. We're going to see if this restart's any calmer. I'm going to vote no, and let's see what it looks like.
79.
Custer was a little better there, but the 16's already got a car length on him. And Chandler takes off again. Chandler's really good on these restarts. Getting a little calmer on some of these restarts. Ah, shit. Hemrick's to the inside of Chandler. This isn't good for either one of us, Michael. Chandler opening the door to get put 3 wide. Hemrick. Chandler leads the lap with a draft from Custer. Here's AJ Allmendinger. Remember when I said we're going to get a call like 1, 2, 3? Here comes AJ. Ooh, Chandler's really loose. Hemrick's going to take the lead off of 2. And Custer's going to follow him and push him by the 16.
What you see out of the 11 car that you mentioned, Jeff, how he's able to wrap the bottom of the racetrack so well in both ends of the racetrack. Doing it again.
Is it Hemrick's day? We hope not.
Daniel Hemrick, this is by far the best run of the season for him. It's been frustrating. They haven't had the speed.
They're getting better at getting laps in under green before the shit hits the fan. Chandler back to his inside. He had a bad turn 2 last time, got crazy loose. Custer's going to stay behind the 11. Will that make a difference here? Doesn't seem to make a difference. Chandler's got the bottom. Car looks really stable there. Takes the lead back. Way back out front. Here comes Custer for second. Slow each other down. Let me check out.
It's like Chandler Smith might have been a little patient on that start. Understand what grip he had. Once he got to where he understood the grip of the car.
I need Custer to get wiped out. Then I'll be confident that I'm going to win.
Kind of hanging out just behind these battles right here. It's hard to believe we haven't said his name much. The big news, Josh Berry to replace Kevin Harvick. Kind of a disappointing qualifying round, but there he is. There's the 8 car.
Chandler's trying to check out. Custer clears Hemrick. We'll see what happens now. Nemechek and Allmendinger battling hard.
I think that shows type of guy, why he was picked to go in the 4, right? In a chaotic race. Look at how clean that 8 car is. I feel like, Dave, this 8's just keeping his car in one piece and biding his time.
Yeah, Steve, it's definitely clean. There has been some contact, light contact, from Josh Berry to other cars on the track, but the biggest handling issue he's had, he reported that on top of the track feel. Drivers, can you remind folks what that means when your car feels like it's on top of the track?
Yeah, basically, you're not loose or tight. Neither front or back of the car have grip. You're sliding across the racetrack. You're trying to throttle up and exit the corner with the cars in front of you. You just go sliding in a four-wheel drift when you do that. You can't tell the crew chief it's tight, it's loose, fix one end or the other. You tell him to give me overall grip, and I don't know that a crew chief really knows what to do with that information.
I've been looking for that grip knob for 25 years, just never quite found it.
You either have it when you unload or you don't.
That's true.
And I haven't seen anything out of this 8 car like we've seen from them last year. All year long, they struggled a little bit just to find the pace to be able to really put together the season that we expected this year.
The RCR car's battling. Look at this 98 car. Riley Herbst. Riley had that uncontrolled tire.
And Riley's already 10th again after that penalty. Riley's got a good car. Stuart Haas had speed today. Can't say the same for their Cup cars. They all qualified 17th or worse for tomorrow.
Here's a 98. Just cleared that one-car mare. Good speed today.
Good speed. And remember, Dave Burns told us a story earlier today. Remember, Riley lost his crew chief promotion to the Cup Series, so Janitor Estivo on top of the pit box working quickly with Riley.
Oh, yeah, there was a big crew chief swap at Stuart Haas. Riley's crew chief goes to Chase Briscoe in the Cup Series. Pretty sure that's how that worked, right? RCR teammates that love to run into people side by side. Chandler Smith, 7/10 of a second over Cole Custer. 71 laps to go. I smell money. Hemrick's starting to fade. That's good news, Michael. Hemrick just lost spots to Nemechek and Allmendinger. Custer's closed in on Chan. I just don't know if we can hold off Custer on a long run. We need a short run. I thought maybe we could just get out front and check out, but no, Custer's too good. We need something to happen to Custer. I do. You don't. Custer's on your fantasy. I forgot that. This Nemechek and Allmendinger battle's heating up. Hemrick back to the inside of the 20.
Tonight on NBC and Peacock, the USFL playoffs take over primetime with the North Division Championship, Michigan versus Pittsburgh.
Michael, have you watched any USFL? I haven't watched any.
Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. And Still a great battle.
Finally, a meaningful game in Canton, Ohio.
In the 11 and just in front of him, John Hunter Nemechek.
They are battling tough here for this position. Rick Allmendinger has passed both these cars up into third place. And the number 10 just in front of this battle right here. Emmerich to the inside, down the front straightaway, side draft. Look how close he gets to try to get that side draft to work.
Custer right there with Chandler Smith. I love seeing Josh Berry work his way to the front late in the race.
That car is going the wrong direction. I am surprised by that. The car right to his back bumper here. Watch what happens on corner entry right here. The 20 cannot carry speed into the corner at all. I don't know what he's got going on. I assume he's loose. Kim, what do you have?
Well, John Hunter
Josh Berry, top 5. Battle for the lead's closing up.
We had one in the truck race all last night. Maybe you pick something up on the racetrack. So trying to calm the driver down. They're going to let him run some more laps and see what happens with that vibration on John Hunter Nemechek's 20 machine.
Well, as Marty pointed out earlier when he asked the question right before the restart about strategy and how long you would run, we are inside the fuel window. So if he was forced to pit here, he could make it to the end.
I don't know if you can afford to short pit in a race that's been so caution heavy. You almost got to run long. You don't want to get caught. Somebody can break loose and spin out any moment. The older these tires get.
Yeah, I thought that's what I heard on the 20. You could tell
Nemechek's complaining about his right front tire.
See his battle for the lead.
Really slow there on the exit of 2. John Hunter's pitting this time. They're in the window. This could pay off. This could be bad. They could get stuck a lap down.
You have to make your best guess. Look, guys, I got to pit, and it just is. It's just a tough decision, but sometimes you just have to make it.
He makes it to pit road without getting Kaz Grolid.
You see Cole Custer has closed the gap. Chandler Smith running that high line. Cole Custer still in second. Kim.
And you see John Hunter Nemechek on pit road, right from vibration. He said his spotter, Tony Hertzman, couldn't calm him down. He felt like it was imperative they come down, change tires, 4 tires to Sunoco fuel. You saw the chassis adjustment. He said he was getting just way too free and dirty hair.
Dirty hair? I hate dirty hair. I got some. I need a shower. I'm glad she said that. It reminded me I needed a shower.
There you see the damage to the nose they repaired earlier in the day. Having a great run until this issue.
Love this battle for the lead. 2 completely different lines. See Cole Custer trying to run in clean air underneath that 16 of Chandler Smith. He's just been committed to the top the entire time. Cole has not been able to carry enough speed to the middle of the corner to get alongside him. Chandler's perfectly content with him down there. It's where Chandler wants to be. That time, Cole just wrapped the yellow line. That seemed to be a little bit better, but he just can't keep pace down the straights. It's another impressive.
So Chandler Smith's got the straightaway speed, but Custer rolls the corner better.
Good speed, good pace. Having a great season in this race car, but also being able to move around on the racetrack.
Remember Chandler Smith didn't he choke away Las Vegas earlier this year under similar circumstances?
Early in their careers about moving around. Really hard-headed about trying to get the car.
I think we need to hit pit road, be aggressive and hit pit road early. You've already won a race this year. You can afford to be aggressive. I know I was saying you might not want a short pit in a race that's been so caution heavy, but we got to beat Custer to pit road.
Chandler is able to move around. You love to see a driver that searches the racetrack for speed.
I do believe this car is starting to get tight in the middle of the corner.
That lapped car at damn 43s and cost us the lead.
Cole Custer's able to make a run on him.
Yep. Oh, Custer couldn't quite get there. I thought the 43 was going to make us get tight.
It just looks like right in the middle, if you watch this corner, Chandler gets in the corner, and right there, he starts to go up the racetrack. It just doesn't rotate the way he wants it to.
I think he could open up that entry just a little bit. Maybe on entry, arc it off in there a little higher. That might help that middle turn just a little bit. He's running really high, as you see him right there. To your point, slowing down in the middle. Here comes the double zero right to the back bumper.
It's going to be a very difficult pass for Cole Custer. There's so much momentum that
Well, good. It needs to be a difficult pass. I'm trying to win some money.
Chandler's going to almost have to slip, like right there. He's way up the racetrack.
Look loose right there on the corner entry.
Pit.
That's why you got the shallow entry. You just throw in the car, basically a big slider into the corner up to the top.
great race.
I like this Chandler Smith kid, and he's shown some great speed in this car today. He is up against a heavyweight in Cole Custer. Cole Custer's won a ton of races in this series. We knew when he showed up this year they would be strong when he came back to the Xfinity Series. He's got a point to prove that he belongs in that Cup Series. But he had to vacate. Chip on his shoulder.
Keeps getting a little bit closer. See right here, he's going to get next to him.
As soon as he cleared, oh, that's it right there. Smith got so loose in 4, so loose.
Really high right there.
Should just pit next time. I'm begging you to pit next time. You're gonna lose the lead here. You need to hit pit road.
Has the lower groove.
Too tight in the center. He's tight in the center of 1 and 2. He tends to get loose. He almost hit the wall. That's insane. Custer just too good, man. Will the 16 get loose again in 4? He's a lot better in 4 this time. He was lower. Loose on exit. But carries the speed and clears Custer at the start-finish line.
Now Chandler sort of shallows up the entry even more, trying to keep the car from sliding up the racetrack too far.
That's a bad exit there. AJ Allmendinger's closing in on both of them. I'd like to point that out. Allmendinger's right behind him.
Smith is able to drive into the corner on the
Loose for Chandler again.
overdriving and pulling the slide job on him. It's just
AJ closes a couple more tenths.
Catching a few cars here in front of him.
David Starr, my hero for taking out Noah at Homestead.
Side by side for just a couple more laps. Get me right back into this mix. The 35 way up the
Oh, the 35. What are you doing?
Low off the corner. He clears the 00.
That was close.
AJ, like you say, Steve is right there in the picture now.
And then he almost gave AJ no room getting into the corner. That was a huge break for Chandler. But God, Chandler's so loose off of 4. He looked like he was going to be okay until he got loose off of 4 again. You better go side by side. This is too good. I thought the moment Chandler got past, he should have pit, but he held him off and never really got past. Although Custer's back at it again, and he's got AJ right on his bumper. And Chad Chastain takes the 16's line away. Although the 16 did, I'm not going to blame Chastain there. The 16 went low after he'd been running mid to high for most of that. And now AJ's to the inside of Custer, and that let Chandler Smith open up a lead there a little bit. Oh, Chastain in front of the 10. Get out of the fucking way. God, AJ just got NASCAR heated by a fucking lap car. That lets Custer get way out in front of AJ. So now AJ's not much of a factor at the moment, and Chandler Smith's doing a remarkable job holding this lead. I mentioned the Las Vegas race. It's a shot at redemption here, honestly. Same situation. Well, I think Vegas was even worse because Chandler had a way bigger lead at Vegas and he blew that. And they've all three closed up to each other again. Chandler just can't get away no matter what happens. I know AJ's going to race hard for this win, but he's really going to race the 00 hard. Damn, Custer just took a horrible line into the corner and tried to block AJ and got really loose. That was a real shallow defensive line there. I'd feel much better if AJ could get to second. Because I know him and Chandler probably have a lot more similar stuff. I think Custer's wore his shit out and he should hit pit road. Now I think it's switched the other way. Custer should be the first to pit road.
Tight racing, and you saw it all as now A.J. Allmendinger has moved his way up into the second spot, and he is trying to track down teammate Chandler Smith.
And AJ's faster than Chandler now.
This 10 car, A.J. Allmendinger. You have to imagine that little flare, that little spoiler, little wing off the right rear quarter panel is helping the side force on this 10 on this long run.
AJ's going to take the lead in turn 3, it looks like.
Here and now trying to take the lead.
Yeah. A.J. Allmendinger coming to 46 to go, takes the lead.
That was a really interesting 10 laps.
Has to be a Cup driver.
Cole Custer was going to get around Chandler. Chandler did a great job of fighting him off. Then here we go, this battle. Look how loose Cole Custer got with A.J. Allmendinger right behind him. A.J. ultimately able to pass him. Then he runs Chandler Smith, his teammate, down, and now he's got the lead. Really interesting how the cars over that 10-15 laps, that 10 car just emerged as the fastest.
And what makes strategy calls in the Xfinity Series so difficult is if you do pit under green, it'll be your last set of tires. Unlike in Cup where you maybe can take the wave around and get lucky, put a set on and kind of recover. There's also over 20 cars still on the lead lap. With all of the cautions early, just not a lot of cars a lap down, Marty. So while, you know, we see aggressive early pit calls at the Cup side, the Xfinity Series seems to run a little bit longer into their fuel windows.
First oval Xfinity race of the year for A.J. Allmendinger. He won earlier in the year at Dakota, and he has been very happy with his car on the long run. Just talked to Alex Johnson, crew chief, a moment ago. They're pitting in about 3 to 5 laps for that final stop of the day.
3 to 5 more laps. AJ's going to pit.
From earlier for A.J. Allmendinger is not hurting the aero at all on this 10 car.
Chandler's back to trying to hold off Custer for second. They need to hit pit road before AJ.
That's where that, you know, not that it was by design, but if you do have an aero advantage, normally as tires wear, that's kind of where you see it. You know,
Chandler pitting this time. Please
pit
pit this time.
Jeff, you pointed out a couple times the overall pace of this 98.
Chandler and Custer pitting this time.
Impressive as we see now the two leaders chase each other to pit road.
Dead even to pit road, basically. Allgaier already on pit road.
His crew chief had sticker tires on the car, but they couldn't take advantage of it, Kim. Car was just way too tight on that run.
And Cole Custer complaining he just has completely lost the right rear. The back end is out of the racetrack. They will make no adjustments. They think putting 4 fresh Goodyear tires is going to alleviate that condition, Dave.
Chandler Smith getting enough Sunoco fuel to make it to the end of
AJ. Ooh, I thought AJ was. AJ almost missed pit road.
off the corner.
Chandler beats Custer out of the pits, and AJ almost missed pit entry.
One word from A.J. Allmendinger. They asked him, do you want any changes? His answer, nope. Pretty happy with the race car. It's going to be 42 to go. When he comes to pit road here, we'll see when he cycles out with the other leaders who pitted the lap before. And if going 1 lap longer is going to help or hurt, a little bit longer there on the right side for the stop from the 10 Dutch column racing, trying to keep the leader out front.
All right, so there you have it, the 10 finishing service. You see on the map the 16 at the start-finish line, the top right of your screen. So we're going to see the 10.
I think Chandler's going to get the lead back.
Here on the apron and the access road, you see what a lap of fresh tires does for you. The 16 and the
Chandler Smith retakes the lead when this cycles through, if it cycles through. We have a lot of cars that ain't pitted yet, but of the 3 contenders, it's Smith, Custer, and then AJ way back. Well, maybe not way back, but he lost some ground and had a bad turn 3 there and some lap traffic. I think Custer's going to win the race. I hate to be pessimistic. Although Chandler did hold him off on the last run, he held off Custer. It was AJ that chased him down and passed them both. That could happen again. We might just see the same thing happen again.
So that's really impressive to me that this young man was able to keep up with 2 guys with cup-level experience getting on and off pit road.
Experience.
Issues for the 98 of Riley Herbst.
Riley Herbst again. Riley missed pit road. Dude was running like 3rd to 5th all day long, and he fucked up on pit road again.
Just keep trying.
Oh, the first time wasn't his fault. It was a tire violation, but this time he missed pit entry on the money stop.
You know, trying to get on there and then getting penalized.
Sheldon Creed gets a penalty. Too fast entering.
speeding for the 2.
As we see this battle right here, so Sam Mayer staying on the race.
Sorry, Michael. I know you needed Creed.
Staying, Parker Kligerman. What are they hoping for? They're hoping maybe we go another 10, 15 laps. They still have enough fuel and then get a caution. Because then they can come down, put their last set of tires on. These leaders, well, they'll be on the lead lap by then probably. They'll probably unlap themselves. Now they'll have hot, used tires. So that's kind of the strategy call for the first, second, third. Joe Graff Jr., all these cars that stay on the racetrack, they're hoping for a caution, probably even in 10 more laps, so then they can put their last set of tires down.
Serving the penalty there. You see Sheldon Creed in the 2. How far can they go, Steve? For example, Sam Mayer.
Well, Sam Mayer right here was last on pit road at lap, let's see, 94.
You can tell on those the Mayer car, his tires are gone. He got crazy loose there. Chandler Smith back on the lead lap, so we don't need to worry about this cycling through now. He's good. Custer back on the lead lap as well. Sam Mayer hits pit road, so it's going to cycle through now.
Turning left, that's a great job getting to pit road. So Mayer's on pit road now.
They're going to make a chassis adjustment. We just heard that out of Kim. Sure enough, they do.
Oh, look at this call right here.
Right side tires.
2 tires for Sam Mayer? That's interesting.
And perhaps gain a lap. We'll have to see where he cycles out right here. And I'll be honest, with all of the cautions earlier, I assume he still has some fresh left sides in the box, but it's been a very chaotic first and second stage. We'll see what will be the leaders right here on the front stretch. So this will put the one closer to them, but definitely not take the lead over.
Retzlaff still scored as the leader. Parker Kligerman second until they come to pit road. Chandler Smith, Cole Custer 6th and 7th of the cars that can make it all the way to the checkered flag.
And I like this call for the 31 of Retzlaff because, you know, as you question how far could you go, I said they could go probably about another 10 laps. Run as long as you can. You're kind of committed.
35 laps to go.
This could be the break. This young man could get to win his first race, right?
Custer's in a colleague sandwich.
That isn't the only luck, right? The caution might be lucky, but
right now they're 5th, 6th, and 7th, but they will be 1st, 2nd, 3rd when the 4 cars in front of them pit.
Earlier, I'm not sure if there's any left in the race.
And the screen on the bottom, this is ultimately we believe will be the battle for the lead. These 3 cars have all found themselves right together again. This time on newer tires. Chandler Smith's running the bottom of the racetrack. It's pretty much what they'll all do until his tires start to wear out and start looking for grip somewhere else.
A little bit of traffic in front of them, not a ton. It's really going to be settled on who can look at the 10. Can you dive down into the corner?
Ooh, Custer really loose.
He affected the balance on that double zero.
The hell happened to Custer there?
Get in the corner so much deeper than the rest of these guys.
I was all worried about holding off Custer. I'm going to have to worry about holding off AJ. Race him hard, Custer. Make him burn his shit up. Never mind. AJ cleared Custer. If AJ wins, we can laugh and say, well, somebody else won in the 10 car, but Kyle Busch can't. Kyle Larson and AJ can, but Kyle Busch can't.
Let's listen in on Cole Custer's radio.
Custer thinks AJ has an aero advantage with that damage.
From the other drivers about the side, the right rear quarter panel on this number 10.
And that may be the difference maker. It may be. I'm not a fucking aero engineer. I don't build these things, but make note of the damage on AJ Allmendinger's car.
AJ didn't do that on purpose. The team didn't do it on purpose. He got caught up in a crash early in the race. It's an advantage that they gained.
Reminds me of Truex at Martinsville during the pandemic with the right front fender missing, keeping that tire cool for the last 130 laps of that race.
I think it's something that they would have asked them to do on the pit stop. You don't want to black.
Man, AJ's so fucking fast. Race him hard, Chandler. Oh, Chandler's like, it's over. God damn it.
That's going to open the door for the 10 on the bottom.
Yeah, Chandler Smith way up the racetrack to catch it. Opens the door for the 10 of Allmendinger to get by, but it's still Parker Kligerman that is leading this race at Nashville. Kligerman in the 48.
in the race to be in the race.
Here comes the 94.
Don't miss your chance to race for the million. Introducing the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
What a power move.
Enter now for your chance to win a VIP trip for 2 to the NASCAR Cup Series.
Damn, I'm losing second now. What the fuck? Damn, Chandler? He chased Custer all the way to... Oh, look at him drive in on the fucking quarter panel. Chandler, come on, bro. I think Chandler Smith's having a full-blown meltdown behind the wheel right now. Yeah, I want that Allmendinger race win diecast that cost me fucking $34. Maybe we'll get a caution. I don't know, I kind of feel like that's all she wrote. AJ's fucking gone, dude. He's gapped him. Almost 2 seconds. Yeah, I'd be salty losing a race like that, too. Cole Custer, playoff points out the fucking window because 2 Cup guys have their shit sheeted up. You never hear Xfinity guys complain about that. Somebody said, somebody needs to tell Cole Custer, you know, you could have been a Cup guy too, but you sucked. He was in Cup for a couple of years. This guy said, somebody tell Custer he could have been one of them Cup guys too if he didn't suck.
Ice moving this summer. Save up to 30% at
Well, this is bullshit.
Today. 25 to go from here at Nashville Super Speedway, and so many things have changed from the very first lap of this race. Parker Kligerman out in front.
Of course, Cup guys can be more aggressive with their setups and shit, because so what if they get a fucking penalty? They're a Cup guy. They don't give a shit. Just barely pass post-race, or in Denny Hamlin's case, fail. Who gives a fuck? Cross the line first, take the trophy.
So at this point, I assume they just hope the thing runs green, come in for a splash of gas, and just go back on the racetrack.
I've been really impressed with AJ even before he got the damage and suddenly gained 3/10 of speed.
And you see the variety. Brandon Jones was about out of gas, so there's some guys. So many. There's Brandon right
Brandon Jones making the pit road.
As you mentioned, 70 laps since his last time on pit road, so they'll be putting enough fuel in it to go the final 23 laps.
Kligerman looks like he's running caution speed on those old tires staying out there right now.
And behind him, AJ Allmendinger has now gapped Cole Custer by a couple seconds. Chandler Smith, Sam Mayer, we saw take 2 tires on the pit stop. He's climbed his way back up into 5th, which we assume will turn into 4th when Parker has to come to pit road.
We're zooming in on the 10 of AJ Allmendinger, and breath of fresh air, I would guess, for AJ Allmendinger. He's running full-time in the Cup Series, and that hasn't gone how he expected it was going to go. He was hoping for better this year, but this has got to feel good to be out in front on an oval, even though it's
20 laps to go.
He's still having that success that he's used to.
I think the oval's the key word, right? I mean, they won at COTA in this 10 car, but I mean, AJ could drive anything anywhere on a
Kyle Busch can't win in that 10 car.
I think the oval is a real key for this 10 car to feel even better about their performance today. Marty.
Well, the third race of the Xfinity Series for A.J. Allmendinger. And speaking of that confidence, Rick and Steve, he has finished first at COTA, as you mentioned, Rick, and second at Sonoma last time out, trying to cap it off with a win here at the first oval of the year. But he's asking what everyone else is asking as well. Can Parker Kligerman make it on fuel? Here was that conversation.
Even if Parker makes it on gas, AJ's going to catch him. That's not going to be a problem with 20 laps to go. But I applaud Parker's team for taking a gamble if they're going to try to make it. They could still get a top 5.
We see Josh Berry
maybe finish 5th.
Daniel Hemrick to take that spot away.
He's going to try to take it, and right behind them is the 98 Riley Herbst. I think Riley might be one of the best cars, if not the best car on the racetrack right now, running his best lap times several times over the last 5 laps. Quick's car. This is going to be a race of what if for Riley Herbst. I think he came in here with a chance.
Terrible Raleigh.
Was in position a few times and had the track position to make it happen. Trying to climb back through the field here, claw back into a top 5 finish. Yeah, pit road penalty, and then also he missed pit road on the green flag pit stop. So a team effort, right? It takes everybody, and the driver had a mistake, the team made a mistake, and that's put them in this position.
It's impressive how fast he is.
Got enough laps left to be able to try to get by this 8 car, then the 21 of Austin Hill and Sam Mayer just a couple of seconds in front of him. So things go the right way. A couple more spots here to grab before the end of this one, but absolutely having the crew chief change right now has not hurt this team one bit. They had a really good strong start to the year, trying to finish strong here in the second half.
Yeah, the yellow could change everything. Unlike the Cup Series, you know, it's not like everybody's going to come and final adjustments and a fresh set of tires. You're going to basically restart on what you have right here. So this car that you think is one of the best, you know, you'd be able to line right up kind of on the bumpers of the leaders.
And that's why, other than just finishing well, that's why all these positions matter. If you could get in the first 3 rows on a restart, you can make something happen and get a win. Right.
Dave. Checking in on Chandler Smith, who's gone from 1st to 4th now in that 16 car. Shortly after he was passed for the lead, he radioed his crew. Those changes did nothing for him. Remember, he was a little bit snappy off the corners. And it's really disappointing because he tried also to do what Allmendinger was doing, which is backing up the corner to make his entry a little bit different and better. That did not work either. He came in with a lot of confidence. He said, I've got that same feeling I had at Las Vegas, where I finished third, but let 100.
Yes, it's a lot like Las Vegas.
Like Chandler's going to be able to win running forward.
I see why he had that similar feeling.
Total different line out of Chandler Smith as well from when he was running up front and leading.
Dale, you mentioned it earlier in this broadcast about Nashville Super Speedway and what would it be like. We'd all have tested here. We didn't see a lot of races here, and it hasn't disappointed. I mean, we know we had a lot of yellows early, but even here in this long green flag run, cars are really everywhere. You see how dark the racetrack is from apron, maybe not all the way to the wall, but 2/3 of the way up. I think that's
to the apron, to the wall.
Drivers to search around. You see Chandler Smith right here.
Need a fucking yellow.
Kind of running towards the top of the
Can I get one?
And the lack of grip, the way they've been
Can't beat AJ anyway, but I'd like to get a shot.
Very challenging for the drivers. A lot of what happens today and tomorrow in the Cup race is solely in the driver's hands to be able to get this car down in the corner and exit the corner properly.
It's Matt Collick zooming in on the ring there. Matt Collick, the Daytona 250 win.
Listen, when we talk
Is that the ring from the 1-2-3 finish?
about the business of the sport, think about an owner that's come in at an acceptable rate for him in the beginning here in the Xfinity level, continues to grow. Now here he is with multiple cars, both in the Xfinity and the Cup level. He's become just a huge part of the sport, and it's what I kind of like about him. He has that swagger that it's really all about winning. He kind of stays out of a lot of the political conversations. For him, he just likes to be the best cars. You're going to see the pass for the lead, which we think.
There's the pass for the lead with 12 to go. Kligerman's trying to make it all the way. We're pretty sure he's trying to make it all the way. AJ's going to take the lead officially now.
Patrick Donahue, the crew chief, just came on the radio and said, best case scenario, we're 3 laps short. Parker said, I'm saving as best as I can. Read into that what you want, Steve.
But at some point, you ask yourself, if you can run out of gas at the white, you might almost finish better than if you actually.
Yeah, we're good at getting our hopes up and getting dashed on this bullshit.
And it's a tough situation, but you just got to play the odds.
The hell were AJ's odds anyway?
I ran out of gas enough. I'm the wrong guy to ask. Of course, I would stay out and just run out.
On the white, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, on the white. Yeah, normally I can see the white under power. It was that whole last lap thing. Got me a few times.
So Klingerman now back to second.
Yeah, Steve, I know. I remember Las Vegas 2014 with Dale Jr.
Full-time in the Cup
I remember
Series.
Charlotte 2011 because I was fucking there.
Tomorrow, sold out crowd here at Nashville Superspeedway for tomorrow's race.
That's going to be great. I mean, downtown Nashville last night was on fire. We walked down to Broadway. Dale, did you and you at your Dale Jr. download event? And the Broadway was shut down. People were everywhere. The town is electric. It's just a short drive out here to the Super Speedway. The fans were fired up. Sell out tomorrow.
It's hard to believe how many people were down there last night partying. I was super jealous.
I left your event and ran back to the hotel because there was so many awesome places to stop and see people. I had to hustle back to the room.
9 laps to go. Come on, give me a yellow.
AJ Allmendinger, the winningest colleague driver. We mentioned anytime.
Fun to see AJ win on an oval, I guess.
Super Speedway or to a road course, you have to look at AJ Allmendinger.
And we're going to talk a lot about AJ in this 10 if he does go to victory lane, but it's been a bigger day for Collins than just that. Chandler Smith having a great day. Daniel Hemrick drove up, took the lead, led laps for only a handful of times this year. So the whole organization has seemed to be just a little bit stronger. Now, I know a lot of things happened early in this race, but I think they're going to be able to circle at least some gains that they can take through the second half of this season.
Burke already closed in on the back of Austin Hill for 5th place, coming to 8 laps to go for these guys. 98, fast car, he's ran down this 21. Both of them, though, are out of grip, sliding around on top of this racetrack. What options does Herbst have to be able to make this pass?
Damn, Herbst is going to get a top 5 after all this. I'd like to see Herbst get to about 4th place and catch a caution. He'll drive like a bat out of hell on a restart to make this fucking happen. If he could get one.
A lap on Kligerman, who's in 3rd, so possibly another position, but it's a great battle here coming down to the finish.
Less than 7 to go.
Well, I was going to say, Reagan, if you're AJ Allmendinger, you got to be nervous not only for the position you're in, but every time you hear the radio key for any reason, you just want to hope it's not for a yellow. You don't want to see the yellow lights flash. You just want this thing to run the last 6 laps.
I'll tell you something about AJ is his cup car was pretty good. Also, they were good in practice. Didn't qualify as well as I thought they would, but I think
AJ's going to get a cup win next week.
Right on the back bumper now, closing in. Turns in a little early, trying to get a little air. 21's up the racetrack.
Try to take away the 5th.
Caution is out. Woohoo! Chad Chastain through the grass on the front stretch. Looks like he saved it, but hey, I'll take it.
Decision is why we know that no one in the field has. This will help Parker as long as it doesn't go into overtime. He could maybe coast a little bit. They may decide to just come get gas with only 14 cars in the lead lap. The question is, no one has new Goodyear tires, but Kim reported that the 48 of Parker had like 40-something lap scuffs, but they're cold or cooler. So that will be more grip. So I haven't ruled out that some of these cars will pit, even to put, this is going to sound very odd, fresh old tires, right?
Fresh old tires.
On the car just for the short run. Now, I don't think the leaders will, but somewhere.
Michael, we're not dead yet. We're on life support.
I'll tell you, just caught an unlucky break is that 27 car. He just got lapped. He last pitted on lap 107. So he potentially would have been a car that could have been in the lead lap and come down pit road and put tires on, but he just got lapped, so now he can't take advantage of it.
Who get the free pass?
See Chad Chastain and the reason for the caution here.
Well, these Chastains, man.
Just lose the back of the car. Everybody at this point of the race is out of control, out of tires, out of grip. He does a good job getting slowed down into the grass. No damage to the car.
Shockingly, no damage to an Xfinity car going through the grass.
I'm also thinking about, what are we going to do for tires? You
what to do.
Caden, I'm tired too. I didn't sleep well last night again.
Also,
Probably going to lay down after this race.
what lane we're going to line up.
Streamed Red Dead this afternoon. Had fun. I'm probably going to lay down.
Sam Mayer,
Just chill. If I sleep, I sleep. If I don't, I don't. That's fine.
the question I
Race isn't until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I can sleep all day or nap all day if I really want to.
Down Pit Road, do you see anybody with some motion? Like they're definitely going to come, and does the one of Sam
You
Mayer
got to
have
come?
left side tires
There's
available?
tires up on the wall for Custer.
Cole Custer pit, they have tires on the wall glued up, or at least a little. If we zoom in on the lug nut right here, you can see they use these little like adhesive foam. So they glue with like weather strip adhesive. So you see right here, these, well, they actually been glued up.
NBC actually cutting back to what the announcer's talking about. Fox would have left him hanging.
Brake dust on the wheel, and then instantly glued the lug nuts back on, knowing that this was the plan all along. If they needed a set of tires, this is the freshest set. Because remember, early in the race, so many yellow flag laps, there might be some lower lap scuffs on pit road. You can see by the movement on pit road that looks like they plan on coming in.
Pit road's open, so we're going to find out.
Yeah, I saw the 31 team. They're down there ready to go.
It's a tough call.
Stick a tire on the wall. That's
Custer
left side.
pits, Kligerman pits.
So we had the 10 stay on the racetrack. Cole Custer comes to pit
Some
road.
more cars further back did pit.
Starting to see a handful. Kim.
Allmendinger, Chandler Smith stay out. Hemrick stays out. They're going for the call like 1, 2, 3, it looks like. But Riley Herbst is fast. Riley Herbst might, guys, call me crazy. Riley Herbst might win this motherfucker. With the laps he was running before the caution, we'll see. We could have about 30 overtimes here. Kligerman had to pit because I would almost expect multiple overtimes.
So what these guys are doing is they're banking that these cold scuffed tires are going to be better than the hots that are still on
The tires they put on the right side of Allgaier's car already have the letters rubbed off them.
A little more grip may be enough to get something done.
If I was one of those crew chiefs, bringing me a ton more grip. I'd be selling. Listen, man, if they had 30, I'd be like, they got like mid-20s. These tires are pretty fresh. So,
Marty, what do you think? Chris Rice, is he fired up for this restart?
I think he's feeling better than earlier this week when he said, hey, AJ's going to come in and tell us everything we're doing wrong in the Xfinity program.
6 cars stayed out.
This situation and the driver you have behind the wheel to close it out.
Well, you know, one thing about this group, they never quit fighting, right? And that's what's happened today. AJ Allmendinger has always made us fight. He does tell us what we're doing wrong, and he told us yesterday how bad we were. So we got to go to work, you know, and we went to work. Alex Shantz, Bruce Schlicker, Jason Trincheri, everybody back at the shop is really went to work. But, man,
Riley Herbst might be about to steal one, y'all.
getting involved with these
Feel it in
country
my
music
bones.
singers, it's pretty cool for them to stand up here and jump around and sing and do a bunch of that stuff. So, yeah, AJ's telling us what we're doing wrong. Right now, he's not saying nothing. He made me have my radio off.
There you go. He's got the country music stars back here kind of hanging out. AJ's going to come, I believe, to the choose next time and try and close this one out for a second Xfinity win of the year.
So a quick update on pit stops as we see, was that Bailey Zimmerman? Did I say that correctly? I think I did.
Religiously.
What?
Yeah, you did. That's the name on the
I can only see my eyes apparently aren't as good as yours, Rick.
He said Bailey Zimmerman. I'm like, no, you mean Bailey Zappi. And then I remember, oh, wait, this ain't a Patriots game. It's a NASCAR race.
So tires, cooler. We won't call them fresh. 7th currently. Cole Custer, first car off pit roads in 7th. You see this? These are the lap down cars pulling.
Go get it,
The
Chandler.
lead lap cars that pitted are legally allowed to pull up in front of the lap down cars. That puts Custer now the 7th car in line. So now, Dale, back to your point about the choose. You're Cole Custer. You got cool tires. Where you go?
Outside. So I'm going to the outside so I can go to the top if I want to. I know that it's slick and edgy, but I don't want to get trapped on the bottom behind old tires. I know everybody's going to go in the corner and likely slide up the racetrack and make me fool, but I think that what we saw here last year was.
I'm just saying, Riley was the fastest car on the track before the caution. He drove from the back to 5th under green after a penalty, and he missed pit road on the last series of pit stops. He got back to 5th.
To go to the bottom, Cole Custer to the bottom.
Now he's 4th.
And I want to remind everybody, we see the damage on that 21.
Riley was hauling ass, so AJ's got a bit of an aero advantage because he's got some damage on the right rear that clearly made his car faster. Custer commented on it. Other drivers commented on it.
That happened on old tires. Exactly what he's got right now. And next to him, though, I want to talk about that guy and that
Riley. If Chandler Smith can't win, I want Riley Herbst to win. I don't give a fuck.
Come from Riley Riley Herbst. He feels like he let his team down.
What about Bailey Curry? I didn't watch truck race. I only saw the Deegan wreck, and I saw host of R1.
Now I can win this race.
Did Curry have a good run?
So what will he do? Will he go to the outside right after they cross the start-finish line to set that up? And will
Oh,
that
boy.
line be available?
I should have
Chandler
pissed, but
Smith has been running
don't worry. I'll be able to pee when we get a caution in turn 2 here in a minute.
Taking it, trying to get by A.J. Allmendinger.
When these guys go down into turn 1, it's going to be hard. It's going to be ugly. And I don't know who's coming out on top.
Neither do they.
There are going to be some very upset race car drivers when it's all said and done. Not only because of how they got raced on this last restart, but also the strategy, whether it was right or wrong call. Get ready.
It's going to be 2 to go.
There we go.
Overtime. Presented by Crest.
Chandler, you've been good on restarts today, brother. Let's go. Spun the tires. Son of a bitch. And Riley's 3 wide to the top with a push from Hemrick. There's going to be a wreck. Josh Berry's going to wreck the field. And Custer got into Josh Berry and took out Chandler Smith. Caution's out. Chandler Smith got wrecked by Josh Berry and Cole Custer. And Riley Herbst's going to win the fucking race.
You're not allowed to change lanes until the start-finish line, but that's assuming everybody accelerates. We saw a lot of wheel spin. Some cars didn't go.
Oh, there is my money. Chandler spun the tires, put himself in a bad spot, and got run over by Custer and Josh Berry. And Riley Herbst shot to the outside, got to second. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, watch what happens right here. So to me, Allmendinger's bringing him down very
AJ backed him way up here, and Chandler was trying to roll forward, and he had to lift, and then he spun the tires, getting back on the gas.
Anything that was done wrong.
The question I have is, and I think the 16 is kind of slipping and sliding, and he actually almost changes lanes, kind of getting loose and going left. I don't think the 98 pulled right as much.
Riley Herbst's going to win a race, y'all.
He gets a shove right here. That turns him left. I think NASCAR might look at that and not come down too hard on the 98.
They better not penalize Riley.
Other than wreck the 16, to be honest.
Leave him alone.
The 16's sideways turning left. The 98 almost holds his line and just continues almost straight down.
Zane Smith's third, by the way.
Well, let's remind everybody what the rule is. The rule is that you have to launch in the Geico restart zone, and you have to maintain in your lane. You can't change lanes until you get to the start-finish line. So was the 98, clearly he was in a different lane than the 16, but the 16, like, he went down there, because he had gotten hit. So I don't know how NASCAR looks at that. I think that's a judgment call. The big winner in all of that, is Zane Smith. He is sitting there. I don't know where they're going to line him back up. So now NASCAR is working on the restart order now. He's shown in third, but they moved him back into about 7th or 8th. He was on the bottom, and that big pileup happened, so they moved Zane back into 8th. But he came out of there in third.
I think that in the past, NASCAR has expected you to stay in line, right? That's going to be it's not so much what was happening to the car.
Literally the only car that got fucked there was mine.
Stay in line when you get to that start-finish line, not to be out of line, not to be in the act of passing. And so I think this could go either way. It'll be a tough situation if they do penalize.
They penalize Riley Herbst. I'm never watching again until next week.
Changed lanes. He did not change lanes in my eyes. The car in front of him changed lanes. The car behind the 98, he was in the same lane as Riley. So I just think that, that's almost a ball and strike call. You know what I mean? It's a little bit judgment. I think on that one, I don't think there's a penalty warranted.
Well, let's go to our umpires. Let's go to Dale Jarrett, Kyle Petty on the Peacock Pit Box. All right, guys, you guys make the call.
The cock box.
Yeah, I'm not making that call.
All right, Michael, I'll talk to you later.
I honestly didn't. I think
hopefully you get to see the end of this.
Everybody's on old tires. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul for me. But let me say this. I just want to go on record and say this. Ross Chastain on the pole tomorrow. A Colin car with the 31 car.
Yeah, Justin.
And starting up front in that race tomorrow. If it is anything like this, you got to tune in. I'm just going to stay on the pit box all night.
Yeah, you have to look. Even though that's going to be considered.
Just think how good the Cup race could be if the Cup cars were the Xfinity cars.
Start that race here. So it's only going to be later on that they might find a little bit more grip because the sun has gone down, the track has cooled off some, and some rubber's been laid down. But it's going to be chaos at the beginning of that race, and I'm sure they're all sitting around somewhere watching what happened here today, and we'll try to be better than what this was.
Yeah, it's 5:30. Okay, the sun is going down. It's right on our back, but as far as the grandstands go, so the fans are going to be nice and cold. The drivers may be a little bit hot when it starts, but I don't see, honestly, that the race, even with the temperature being down, as slick as this racetrack appears for these guys, as slick as it appeared during qualifying, we're going to see a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah, and what we have seen is the entire racetrack is very raceable, and that's what the drivers want, to where you don't just have to make a pass on one side or the other. You have options as you go. Now, it may be more difficult if somebody has a good car up high to make that pass on the bottom, but there are options, and the drivers are going to enjoy that.
Yeah, listen, I'm ready for the end of this one, guys. I'm ready to take it over.
I'm stressed out too, but at least my money's gone, so I'm not that stressed. But I'm kind of rooting for Raleigh.
Steve, NASCAR not making any calls on this one?
Yeah, we've confirmed with NASCAR that they think the restart was good, and I agree with
Remember that next time they penalize somebody for the exact same fucking thing because it's NASCAR, and I guarantee they will at some point.
Getting sideways, and it was an avoiding of basically stacking up and wrecking the field. So I think that's a great no call, and now we're going to get to see it and do it all over again right here.
And Jeff called it. Riley Herbst was going to be aggressive on that restart. He's hungry for a win. He knows he's got good speed in that race car, and he's even in better position for this restart, which could be the final restart of the day.
Does AJ give him the outside, which he seemed to want, or does AJ choose that outside and take it away from him?
AJ picked the inside on the last restart, so I'd assume he's still in control of this race. Feels like that went well, so it'll probably likely go again. We'll have to think about who might line up behind him. Is there a way for them to figure out how to get Hemrick on his bumper for this restart, right? I'm not sure they can understand exactly what Hill might do in terms of where he chooses, but if they can line up teammates, they're in really good shape.
I think from what I saw on that last restart, the biggest concern is can I get out of turn 2 not wrecked? I mean, half of them drove into turn 1. They were completely out of control with these old tires. So if I'm a driver right now, I'm thinking, okay, what do I have to do to make sure my car stays in the lane that it needs to stay in?
Let's talk about the zone. That's last time. Brought him in.
How was that not the one to go last time?
Definitely induce some wheel spin. If you're AJ on these hot tires, do you try to roll in a little quicker? Do you try to go a little sooner? Were you happy with the last restart? What do you guys think about that?
I don't think you do the same thing twice. You keep people guessing, try to change it up a little bit. Don't allow your competition to try to take advantage of something you did the prior restart. Again, he chooses the bottom, Hemrick to the top, so he doesn't have his teammate. Austin Hill now lining up behind the 10 on the inside in third. But Riley Herbst right here, if he can get a good start, get into turn 1 side by side with AJ, he's got a shot at it. I think he's in better position carrying that car on the outside too wide into turn 1.
If I'm running,
let's go, Raleigh.
I'm thinking the bottom. I know I would have originally said the top to just jump up on the what I
See,
see.
Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith won this year. Ryan Truex won this year. Let's get Raleigh his first win.
Provide me a lane to go. I don't think I can win from the 5th or 6th row, so I'm going to take where I think I can miss the wreck.
Keep an eye on tires back there. Kligerman in 6th. Cole Custer on the outside here of the 8 car. Josh Berry. Those are the new tires back here behind all the old tires out front. Those guys are going to be aggressive, trying to get as many spots as they can here at the end.
And remember, we started our storylines off today with 11 different winners in the last 11 races, 3 first-time winners. Riley Herbst has never won.
I think AJ's kind of caught in a box here. Riley's just a faster car. Maybe AJ can hold. If AJ blisters him on this restart, he gives himself a good chance.
To the restart zone.
And he did. He fucking screwed Riley just like he did his teammate. And Riley didn't get rolling. AJ should be black flag for these fucking restarts, man. I don't care what anybody says. Although Riley got their turn 2 pretty good. Loose off the corner. AJ's gone. AJ cheated that fucking restart like fucking crazy. That's ridiculous. That was a chicken shit restart. Not to mention the fact his car's busted and has a crazy aero advantage. White flag. They're going to make it to the white. AJ's gone. Oh, Hemrick just got punted on the front stretch by Austin Hill. That's what it looked like to me. He saved it. What a save. Oh, he might not save it from this. Sam Mayer's running him wide. Takes the spot. AJ cheated that restart like crazy. And he did it. It was worse on this restart than it was the previous one. But AJ's going to win it. And a big wreck. Kligerman, Moffitt eats shit into the outside wall. Allgaier's in it. 78's in it. Oh my God, Brennan Jones missed it.
As the team celebrates.
Everybody, amazing job. Pit stop. Everybody fixed the car. You want to play with my guitar, baby? Let's go! Hell yeah, boys!
Knowing the trophy at the end of this one, AJ Allmendinger.
I like AJ, but that was bullshit. That was the most cheated restart I've ever fucking seen. A cheated car and a cheated restart.
The 41-year-old from Los Gatos, California.
I know I can't be the only one
AJ
thinking that.
Allmendinger, moving from the Xfinity Series a year ago to the Cup Series full-time. But getting a win on an oval here in
On an
Nashville.
Orville. He won on an Orville, guys. I like AJ. Good for AJ.
AJ and Kara expecting their first child in August. And right back to a fan goes that checkered flag. All smiles.
Gonna be any fights on pit road after this one? I hope so.
What a performance we saw out of AJ Allmendinger today. That car's so good on the long run, and toward the end of this race, that's what it was. 74 laps, the longest green flag run today. And Dave's down there with him.
Rick, talk about chaos this afternoon. A lot of cautions. At the end of the day, AJ Allmendinger, the Cup Series driver, back for a little taste of the Xfinity Series, wins this race. How did you do it?
Let me get my breath back here, Dave. I'm kind of old for this. It's hot. Can't believe I got to race tomorrow now. All thanks to all the men and women at Collard Racing. Got Bailey Zimmerman. He flew in from Chicago this morning. Awesome to have him here, win a race for him. Car was really good. Got caught up in that wreck on that one restart. Thought at least our chance to win was over, but the guys did such a great job of fixing it. Can't thank everybody at Xfinity for putting this show on. ECR, Chevy, all the men and women at Collard Racing, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Action Industries, Lee Filter, Celsius on our car tomorrow. Just so proud of it. This is one of those iconic trophies you want to win. What a cool way to do it.
Do you play guitar?
I do not. But I got a really good guy here to teach me, so Bailey's gonna have to teach me playing the guitar.
We have seen you win so often on the road courses. When you finally won on an oval, it was a big deal. Coming back now and doing this as a part-timer, what's that mean to you?
Anytime you win on an oval, any race, Dave. Hell, I don't know. I'm gonna do this again. You don't know when it's your last win. So, yeah, all these wins are amazing. I love winning on ovals because I know a lot of people doubt me being on an oval. So it's
I question that last restart, AJ. I'm sorry.
He's in Nebraska right now with their family, doing a baby shower. Love you, Mom and Dad, all my friends and family. What a great time.
Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the upcoming birth as well.
Life is good.
Life is very good.
I'm more pissed about the restart than the damage. The damage is funny.
It just smells like grass down here. Everyone that thankfully got down to their cars at the end of the day. This was an amazing finish to the race.
Yeah, a lot of things happening there after AJ crossed the
Fucking Leach winner.
Let's take another look at the chaos.
Poor Allgaier started the day and ended the day facing the wrong way. That one was actually Allgaier's fault. He got up in Retzlaff and...
Retzlaff, I believe.
Please tell me he slid across the line. He slid across start-finish.
So right here, see, he starts getting up the racetrack and
Damn, Allgaier, just use him up, why don't you? And then nearly killed Brett Moffitt in the process. Hey, Chandler Smith got some spots back there at the end.
Gasses it up. Drives right in the door of the 31, and everybody coming from behind. A lot of contact. Parker backwards across the finish line.
Parker ends up having a pretty good day as a guy who was just outside.
Well, I'm going to go lay down and take a nap. That was a good race. Congratulations, AJ. I love you. Just, I wanted Riley to win. I never thought I'd say that. Maybe I'll see you guys late tonight for a little late night stream or something if I wake up. If not, see you tomorrow.